for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded. At forhers.com/go, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss plans that are tailored to you 100% online, like compounded GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy. All for as low as $165 per month with a 12-month subscription paid up front. No hidden fees and no membership fees. Get started at forhers.com/go today.
At Macy's, we're so ready for Valentine's Day. While it might feel like it's still a ways off, it's actually next Friday. Fortunately, that's just enough time for you to find the perfect gifts from our Valentine's Day gift guide. How about a hobo-style handbag from Coach, a 3-piece gift set from Lancome, Estee Lauder, or Clinique, a watch from Michael Kors, or diamonds and more diamonds. Whatever your love loves, come into Macy's and find the perfect gift for your Valentine before next Friday sneaks up on you like Cupid with a little bow and arrow.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Oh, Downy in the rinse straight.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Bulls fans, it's Chuck Swirsky and Bill Wennington. Listen to all the excitement of every Bulls game right here. Double on the ball to Bazelis. Lights up a three. Bam! Put him in the hole! Put him in the hole! He is 10 for 10. Giddy with the presence of mind puts it in. Counted in the foul.
This is Sports Radio 670 The Score, official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball.
And always live on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way.
The following is a presentation of Chicago Bulls basketball and 670 The Score on the Bulls Radio Network. The Bulls are now on the air.
Kobe on the drive. Kobe to the rack. And a right-handed power dunk. Kobe White with a slam. Giddy with the presence of mind puts it in. Counted in the foul. Double on the ball to Bazelis. Lines up a three. Bam! Put him in the hole. Put him in the hole. He is 10 for 10.
Bulls basketball is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools, Great Clips, Circa Resort and Casino, Northern Illinois Food Bank, Marquette Bank, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Loyola Medicine, Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11, and Remy Martin. Now with the home team call, here's 3-time NBA champion Bill Wennington and voice of the Bulls, Chuck Swirsky.
And Bill is on assignment. Let's break it down. Sponsored by Ziegler Subaru Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Bulls coming in after winning last night at home against Miami. The Bulls at 22-29, only a game under 500 on the road at 12-13. Minnesota at 27-23, and they are struggling. They're just a 13-12 ball club here on their home floor. And who are you banking on? Well, sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank, celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking. And let's go with Kobe White, who's shooting 56% from three-point range over the last 5 games against the T-Wolves. Now, here's Alyssa Bergametti with tonight's Courtside Odds.
Thank you, Chuck. Bulls coming off a statement win at home last night. They look to keep that win streak alive tonight in Minnesota. Circa Sports Illinois lists the Bulls as the heavy 11.5-point away underdogs to the Timberwolves. The Bulls covered as the 3.5-point underdogs last night, but they hold just a 2-6 against the spread record, while on the second leg of a back-to-back, such as tonight. Minnesota, on the other hand, they are 6-4 over their last 10 straight up. They did fail to cover as home favorites in their last 2 games, resulting in losses, but the T-Wolves did cover as the 9.5-point road favorites in meeting number 1 back in November against the Chicago Bulls. Over under, that is sitting at 26.5 prior to tip-off, and Minnesota ranks 6th in defense with a 110.2 defensive rating. The over has cashed in 8 of the last 10 matchups between these two squads. The over cashed in game number 1 as well. So I like grabbing the over, and last night too was a big game for the Bulls with a total of 257. So that's again why I like the over points. Player props to wager on right now. Modest Bucelis. He joins the starting lineup for the first time in his career tonight. And Modest was the storyline last night, recording a career high 24 points, a perfect 10 of 10 from the field. Over 11.5 points for Modest Bucelis is priced at minus 135. And for the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert, he has grabbed at least 12 boards in his last 3 out of his last 6 games, including 29 boards in his last 2 games played. So over 11.5 rebounds for Rudy Gobert, priced at minus 120. Those were your pregame courtside odds presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Download the Circus Sports Illinois app today. Chuck, back over to you in Minnesota.
All right, Alyssa, thanks. Let's pause station ID on your Chicago Bulls radio network.
Lawrence Holmes here. We're talking Bulls on Spiegel and Holmes every afternoon, 2 to 6 on the Score, and Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
Our player intro is sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services. If you or someone you know may have a gambling problem, help is indeed available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit areyoureallywinning.com. Bulls going with Dosunmu, Bucelis, Vooch, along with White and Giddey. Giddey played extremely well for the Bulls. He has put together a great streak. 8 straight double-figure scoring games in his last 2. He's averaging 22.7 boards and 5 assists. He's made 13 of his last 16 from the foul line. Kobe, by the way, has made 17 straight free throws, and he has 3 straight 20-plus games as Kobe White has really solidified himself as a big-time guard here in the NBA, having a breakout season. For the T-Wolves, McDaniels, Reed, Gobert, Edwards, and Conley. Edwards, 7th in the league in scoring at 26 per game, 3rd in the NBA in three-point field goal attempts at 9 per game, only behind Steph Curry and Jason Tatum. So that's what's going on with our starting lineups for, respectively, the Bulls and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Back on November 7th at the United Center, Minnesota beat the Bulls 135-119 as Anthony Edwards had a 33.8 rebound, 6 assist game. At one stage in that game, the Bulls led by 13, but it was just too much Edwards. Vooch had 25, Kobe had 24, and Giddey had 13 rebounds. As we're getting ready for the ball game tonight, Bulls and T-Wolves, we're going to take a break. We'll have more in just a moment right here on 670 The Score and your Chicago Bulls radio network.
Bulls fans, Modest Bucelis here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded. At forhers.com/go, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss plans that are tailored to you 100% online, like compounded GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy. All for as low as $165 per month with a 12-month subscription paid up front. No hidden fees and no membership fees. Get started at forhers.com/go today.
If you need windows, you need Climate Guard. We've been making windows in Chicago for over 45 years. Purchase with confidence, backed by our price match guarantee. Great financing available. Visit climateguardwindows.com today to schedule a free in-home estimate.
And our tip-off sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union. Join GLCU in banking for greater good. Visit glcu.org for details. Let's go with our starting lineups first for the visiting Chicago Bulls. Sooner or later, we're going to have the starting lineups for the Chicago Bulls. There's a delay. We had a choir on the floor, probably nearly 100 young men and women. So I think we're going to get ready now for the lineups for the Bulls coming off a win last night. It was a terrific victory over the Miami Heat. Let's go down. Thank you very much. This gives us an opportunity to join us at the United Center on February 8th for City Edition 9 against the Warriors, presented by Sari. And early, by the way, if you get there early arriving fans will also receive a City Edition long sleeve shirt while supplies last. Visit bulls.com/city to purchase tickets. This Minnesota Ball Club, folks, they have been a major, major disappointment in the Western Conference. You know, a lot of people felt that, yes, despite the fact they traded Karl Anthony Towns to the Knicks and they got back Julius Randle, who, by the way, will not play tonight. He's out for a couple of weeks with a groin injury, that maybe, just maybe, that they're going to be able to put a different offensive scheme together, but that has not been the case whatsoever. And Karl Anthony Towns, you know what he's doing? He's having an all-star year. He will represent the Knicks along with Brunson in San Francisco for the Knicks organization. But this ball club right now, Minnesota, they're still trying to find their identity. They're averaging only 111 points per game. And they need a total team effort other than just Anthony Edwards. All right, let's go with our starting lineups for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
From The Ohio State University, number 10, Mike Conley. He's a Washington Husky, 6'9", number 3, Jaden McDaniels. Standing 6'10" from LSU, number 11, yes indeed, it's Naz Reid. Standing 7'1" from France, the Tower of Power, number 27, Rudy Gobert. From Georgia, standing 6'5", rocking the divine, number 5, Anthony Edwards. The head coach of the Timberwolves is Chris Finch.
And there you have the starting lineups for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And you can join us at the United Center on February the 11th as the Bulls celebrate Black History Month during the Black History Month game presented by Crown Royal. You can grab tickets at bulls.com. Bulls coming out, red uniforms, black numbers, white lettering, and the Minnesota Timberwolves, coached by Coach Finch. I'll tell you what, he is an excellent coach, and I know if just prior to the game they were asking him all kinds of questions about the offense and what's going on now with Randall out, and he's just searching for the right combination here in Minnesota. Right now, Minnesota is the 7th seed in the Western Conference. The Bulls right now, the 10th seed. They hold a one-game lead over Philadelphia for the last play-in spot. And so Minnesota coming out in the dark blue uniforms with the white numbers lettering and white piping. After the ball game, the Bulls will get a couple days off, and then they will get ready for the Golden State Warriors. And that game will be played on Saturday at the United Center in Golden State, as a number of clubs are. A lot of chatter about the trade deadline that will take place and expire tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central Time. But for now, the focus is on an NBA game. Again, the Bulls going with Dosunmu, Buzelis, Vooch, Kobe, and Josh Giddey. Dosunmu in a couple of ball games in February, averaging 17 points, 7 assists. He's shooting 70% from the field. But again, everyone was talking about today. My phone was going crazy. I can only imagine what Matas Buzelis was doing, because he went 10 for 10. And at the age of 20, became the youngest player in the history of the NBA to score 20 or more points and not missing a shot. So Rudy Gobert will jump up against Nikola Vucevic in a battle of bigs. Rudy Gobert in his 12th season, 7-1 out of France in his 808th NBA game. Zach Zarba, along with Jason Goebel, Evan Scott, our officials. Minnesota wins the tip, going left to right. Good to have you with us wherever you're listening. Bulls basketball with Naz Reid, last year's six-man award winner out of LSU. Hails from New Jersey, played 1 year for the Bayou Tigers in the SEC. Anthony Edwards, foul line left with the fade from 15-0. Offensive rebound, McDaniels. Naz Reid, top side 3-0, and rolls back to Reid. He's going to jack it up again. Rimmed out. Offensive putback by Gobert. No. Loose ball. It goes back to Minnesota in the far corner. Left corner three is good by McDaniels. And guess who's taking a timeout? That's right, Billy Donovan. Why? Because Minnesota collected 4 offensive rebounds in a matter of 36 seconds. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Levine drills it down with a right-handed power dunk.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded. At forhers.com/go, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss plans that are tailored to you 100% online, like compounded GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy. All for as low as $165 per month with a 12-month subscription paid up front. No hidden fees and no membership fees. Get started at forhers.com/go today.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant.
Yeah. Oh, man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
And our first quarter sponsorship, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools. But hard workers deserve it. That's probably the message Billy Donovan had for his ball club, because Minnesota was very aggressive on the offensive glass. The Timberwolves coming in averaging 43 rebounds per game. They're giving up 42, which is superb in the NBA. But the Bulls right now, they're giving up 46 rebounds per contest in the association, one of the highest boarding performances in the league. So they got to clean that up with Minnesota having 4 offensive rebounds. Bulls ball, again, 1 minute in to the first quarter here, and it's 3-0 Minnesota. Ayo Dosunmu drags that dribble at the foul line. Dosunmu brings it out beyond the three-point stripe. Change of direction, dribble drive, lost the handle out of bounds as he wanted to throw a jump pass underneath the rim, bobble the ball, and it goes over the end line. It's going to be Minnesota ball and a quick turnover for the Bulls. 3-0 Minnesota as Mike Conley, the longtime veteran out of Ohio State, gives it up to Reid, to McDaniels. McDaniels, the push pass to Reid, line to lane, and the ball bounced off his foot, but apparently deflected by the Bulls out of bounds. And the officials a little bit want to make sure that they got that call right. Zach Zarba, one of the better officials in the NBA out of Brooklyn, New York, 159 playoff games, including 14 finals. 3-0 Minnesota. Conley, belt high, right hand dribble, lets it fly, and a top side three, nope. Rebound Bulls, and it's Giddey. Giddey weaves over the timeline, wearing that black number 3 in the back of that red Bulls jersey. They go high post to Vooch. Vooch with a handoff to Buzelis off a Vooch screen. Foul line left with a floater from 13, nope. Rebound Minnesota. Over the timeline, Anthony Edwards in his 5th season from the University of Georgia, the former number 1 overall pick. One of the electrifying players in the association. And they go to Reid, open, left side 3, bucket. So Naz Reid with 3, McDaniels with 3, And the T-Wolves jump on the Bulls 6-0, 2 minutes in first quarter in Minneapolis. At the top of the key, Dosuma to Vooch. Vooch challenged by Gobert with a 16-footer on the left side, rimming good. The Vooch. So Vucevic last night put together another solid game. He's averaging 19 and 10. He's got 32 double-doubles, 5 of his last 6. In the right corner, McDaniel, slice in the lane. Jump pass, left side, Conley for 3, good. Minnesota, all 3 of their made buckets have gone beyond the arc, and it's 9-2 Minnesota. And Dosuma lost the handle. He turns it over. Down the floor. Reed on Vooch with a two-handed slam dunk on the left angle. It's 11-2 Minnesota at the 9:22 mark. Minnesota 4 of 9 from the field. The Bulls are 1 of 2, and they've committed 2 turnovers here in the first quarter. Giddey jump pass accepted by Vooch. Circle left. Vooch out in front to Giddey. Giddey on a switch, picked up by Gobert. Left wing Kobe. Kobe holding and looking in front to Giddey with 2 on the clock. Giddey on a wraparound triple against Gobert, and a 24-second shot clock violation by the Bulls. My goodness, the Bulls have committed 3 turnovers in the opening 3 minutes of the ball game that find themselves down 11-2. Bulls going now. Patrick Williams has come on for Billy Donovan's ball club, averaging 9 points, 4 rebounds. He's had 5 straight double-figure scoring games. Anthony Edwards with a clean look on the right elbow, and he drains it. 14-2 Bulls, down by 12. Dribble drive, Giddey with a floater, no. Tipped by Giddey, no. Loose ball, Reed over the timeline to Edwards. Minnesota with a pull-up. Edwards, top side 3, too strong, boarded by Buzelis. 14-2 Minnesota. 3.5 minutes gone by. Buzelis with a wraparound dribble drive, puts it up with the right hand, no, but draws the foul and shoots 2. And what a pretty handle that was for Matas Buzelis. So he's going to go to the line shooting 2. Buzelis on the season at 82%. Last night, again, 10 of 10. He missed his first shot tonight. He had 24 points in 31 minutes. In his last 6 games, he's shooting 72%, 63% from three-point range, and he makes the first of 2. With the Bulls as a team, 80%, 4th in the NBA. Again, Bill Wennington is on assignment. Alyssa Bergametti is in the studio. We got Robbie Triano, Sean Sears also in the studio, and Grant Wextern is spinning the dials here in Minneapolis. Another toss up and good by Matas Buzelis. 14-4 Minnesota. Conley out in front to Gobert. Gobert gives it up to Conley. Coming off the screen, Naz Reid. The return handoff to Conley behind the three-point stripe. On the right side to Edwards, rolling to his left. Double on the ball on a blitz. Edwards with the step back. Spins on Buzelis to the rim. Hits the floor to foul. So that's going to give the Minnesota Timberwolves Anthony Edwards a couple of tosses. And we've received word that the Miami Heat, this according to Shams, the Miami Heat are finalizing the deal to send Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick. So that drama apparently is coming to an end with the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler. It's been long overdue, and it's been really, unfortunately, an eyesore for the NBA with that going on daily, as Jimmy Butler sustained so many suspensions over the last 6 weeks. 16-4 Minnesota. Kobe gives it up right corner to Buzelis. In front of Vooch, left wing Giddey. Giddey off of Vooch screen, top of the key, driving on Conley to the rim and blocked from behind by Gobert out of bounds. (16-4). Minnesota, 7:49 to go. The Bulls, 1 of 5. Minnesota, 5 of 11. On the inbounds, it's Vooch. Jacks up a right side 3. Nope. Hit the back rim. Rebound, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards won Olympic gold in Paris for the United States. Sprays off to left, comes up shooting off the dribble, and he connects on a left wing 3. Anthony Edwards, he's got 8 first quarter points. Minnesota, 19-4 over the Bulls. Williams works on Edwards. They go up top down to Vooch with a handoff to Giddy. Behind the back pass to Vooch, circle right with Patrick Williams getting a touch with a pull-up jumper on Gobert, who got a piece of it. And here come the T-Wolves in transition, leading 19-4 with 7:07 to play in the opening quarter. Change of direction. Edwards gives it up to Conley. Back to Anthony Edwards against Bizelis. They throw a blitz at Edwards. Jump pass, right corner, Naz Reid. Open three, good. Wow. 22-4, Minnesota. The Timberwolves are 6 of 10 beyond the arc. Billy Donovan calls a timeout. Minnesota 22 and the Bulls 4. Right here on 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ball game over. Bulls win. Bulls win.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
Consider it done with ABC. Our family's been available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for more than 65 years. ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
After you use Bounce Dryer sheets and realize how fresh, soft, less wrinkled, and less staticky your laundry can be, you'll put a sheet on it every time. Like those socks that smell like they've been through a marathon. Put a sheet on it. Or that blanket that's got wrinkles on its wrinkles. Put a sheet on it. Maybe even your chatty coworker who keeps distracting you. Okay, Bounce Dryer sheets can't do it all. But for fresher, softer, better laundry, put a sheet on it with Bounce.
Hey, football fans, it's Andrew Filipponi, host of the First and Pod podcast. Join me and my co-host, three-time All-Pro Patrick Peterson, as we break down every game every week. New episodes drop on Monday and Friday mornings. Be sure to subscribe on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
And welcome back. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Whittington is on assignment. We're in Minnesota. And unfortunately, folks, it's all Minnesota. 22-4 over the Bulls. Minnesota 6 3-point field goals. They have 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And with Patrick Williams coming on for the Bulls, along with Julian Phillips and Javon Carter, and our sub sponsored by Remy Martin, the official spirit of Bulls Radio. Team up for excellence. Don't forget, grab tickets, Hoops and Heart game presented by Advocate Healthcare, February 12th against Detroit. Arrive early to receive a Benny the Bull capsule collection, mini basketball, while supplies last. Visit bulls.com for tickets. So it's going to be Dosunmu, Phillips, Vooch, along with Williams and Carter. Ayo Dosunmu toys with that dribble. Cross-court pass, Javon Carter on a post-up. Vooch got it with a teardrop on the left block. Nice job by the Bulls, moving side to side. The Bulls are 2 of 8 here in the first quarter with 6.5 to play. Mike Conley. Conley commits the dribble, goes near corner. Edwards feeling it, rimming out. Offensive rebound, Gobert on Vooch, and he got chopped on the right arm by Vucevic, and a foul, putting Rudy Gobert at the line, shooting 2. Rudy Gobert on the season. Well, he is not the greatest free throw shooter, folks, 68%. But what he has done here in the month of February in 2 games, he's averaging 17 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 assists. Minnesota's dropped 2 straight, their last loss coming 2 nights ago to Sacramento, and Gobert misfired on the first of 2. He spent 9 years as a member of the Utah Jazz. He was traded to Minnesota for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 first-round picks. Gobert at the line. Second attempt up. No, he goes over 2. Rebound, Vooch. Vucevic wound away 10th in the league in rebounding, averaging just over 10 per game. Left forecourt, Sumu to Vucevic. It brings out Gobert high. They go to Williams now. Line to the lane. He tried to thread the needle for Vooch, taken away by Minnesota. Another turnover for the Bulls. Edwards threw it away, but saved by Conley, who came out of nowhere, and then he jacks up a right side 3 and scores. Oh, my goodness. That was a Minnesota turnover written all over it. Then Conley raced in from backcourt to come up with the ball and then hit a wing 3. Here's Dosunmu, topside 3. That's off the mark. Loose ball, and it's McDaniels. Took it away from Phillips. It's 25-6, Minnesota. Minnesota is connected on 7 of 12 from three-point range. Edwards in the far hash mark. Edwards, and he lost the ball out of bounds, but apparently it went off Phillips on the far corner. We got Williams getting a quick hook from Billy Donovan. Patrick played 4 minutes. No points, no rebounds, no assists. So you got Kobe White back on the floor for the Bulls with Carter, Vucevic, Dosunmu. This is a guard-oriented set now for the Bulls. They got to generate some points here when they're down by 19 in the first with 5.5 to play. Edwards, and they go to Conley. Races left to right in the lane against Carter. McDaniels bumped by White, no foul. Off balance, 17-footer is good. McDaniels wanted a foul and didn't get it, but it's 27-6 in favor of Minnesota. Quick pass, Dosunmu to Carter. Carter with the step back at the foul line. Vooch against Gobert. 9 on the clock with a spin. Turnaround jumper, ribbing good by Vooch. A little 12-footer in the paint. And Nikola Vucevic now with 6 of the Bulls' 8 points. Conley again off a Gobert screen. Same place and misfired on a 3. That ball was halfway down, taken away by Vooch. And they go to Kobe White on the right hash mark. Kobe dribbling to his left in the paint against Gobert, running left to right on the end line, keeping the dribble. Feeds Vooch in the paint. Up top, Kobe. Topside 3. Got it. Great two-man game with Kobe White and Nikola Vucevic. It's 27-11, Minnesota. First quarter action here on 670 The Score in the Bulls Network with Edwards off the side screen on the right from Gobert. Edwards picks up the dribble, a high post pass off the right hand of Gobert. Minnesota turns it over. Carter with the steal. Vucevic with the touch. Vooch comes up shooting a 23-footer on the left wing, up and good. 27-13 now, Minnesota, with under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter as the Bulls have come to life here in the last 90 seconds. Edwards off the screen. Far corner, Conley. Conley on the pump. Conley on the drive. Conley, no, but he got pushed in the back, and Mike Conley will shoot 2. Our points in the paint tonight, not a lot, folks. The Bulls with 6, Minnesota with 4. Minnesota, however, with 7 threes. And our points in the paint sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your home with premium color and quality. And apparently we may have a challenge here, so we're going to take a break. We'll have more in a moment. 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Lonzo Ball here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score. Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling or referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh, man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
All right, so there was a challenge on the play. And by the way, speaking of challenges, You're taking a second look. A second opinion, always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. So the Bulls will put it in play in backcourt. Bulls going with Carter, Dosumu, Julian Phillips, Nikola Vucevic, and Kobe White. Again, no Lonzo Ball tonight for obvious reasons. He does not play in back-to-back games. Bulls trailed early in this game. Minnesota jumped on a big time, leading by as many as 21. It's 27-13 Minnesota. Minnesota going to their bench as well. Jalen Clark, who's played solid ball the last couple of ball games, 6'4" rookie at a UCLA, really a defensive stopper. Here's Vooch, double on the ball to kick out Carter. Carter with the step back top side three. Yes! Javon Carter, instant offense from three-point range. And the Bulls down by only 11, 27-16. Nice run here by the Bulls with Anthony Edwards over the midcourt line, the logo of the T-Wolves. He goes cross-court to McDaniels. McDaniels works on Julian Phillips. McDaniels with the fade. Air ball, solid D by Phillips. And then the ball went off Minnesota out of bounds. Minnesota wants a challenge. They're not going to go for it. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is on the floor now, and apparently a change of heart by the Minnesota coaching staff as they went to the tablet, and apparently they saw something. So we're going to have another challenge. So on that note, we're going to take a break right here on 670 The Score, the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Billy Donovan here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective. A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Squadron Commander.
Outbound for check.
Plus Soccer Coach.
Bring it in, Chief.
Submarine Hunter.
Contact acquired.
And Big Sky Hunter.
See the Big Dipper?
Navy health benefits.
Open wide for me.
Plus some everyday perks.
Hey, buddy. I'm home early.
Never missing out.
Oh, yeah.
Never missing out.
Happy birthday to
America's
you.
Navy Reserve. It's everything you love about the Navy, plus everything else you just love. Learn more at NavyReserve.com.
And we are back live here in Minnesota. Chuck Swirsky, Alyssa Bergamini will have all the odds details at the end of the first quarter here. With 3:07 to go in the opening quarter, Bill Wennington on assignment. 27-16 Minnesota over the Bulls. Minnesota shooting 47%, 53% beyond the arc. And let's find out from Zach Zarba what's happening. Okay, so the ruling on the floor overturned. It's going to be Minnesota ball. The T-Wolves, 27 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. The Bulls, 16 points, 5 boards, 6 assists. They've taken only 13 shots. They've taken only 4 beyond the arc. Vooch has scored 8 of the Bulls' 16 points. Minnesota ball, Alexander Walker, his cousin Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, leading contender for the MVP. Edwards dribble drive, knocked to the floor, missed on the field goal attempt, but he'll come away with a couple of free throws. Anthony Edwards, folks, let me tell you what. He has had an interesting year. He's been having all kinds of problems with post-game interviews and profanity. He was fined recently $50,000, also in addition for making obscene gestures towards a game official. It's the 5th time this season that Anthony Edwards has been fined. He has paid a total of nearly $300,000 in fines. Luka Garza the all-time leading scorer in Iowa men's basketball history, coming on for Minnesota. Anthony Edwards again at the line. It's up and good. He's 4-4 from the stripe. He's got a 10-point first quarter. Minnesota up 29-16. Dosunmu on the edge to Jalen Smith, who played well last night. Kobe probing Kobe. The handoff to Smith with a two-handed dunk. Nice delivery and a shovel pass from Kobe White to Jalen Smith. Smith averaging 8 points on the season at 8 points, 8 boards, 4 dimes last night. In the far corner, Clark, circle right to Garza. Garza picks up the dribble, holding and looking. Rob Dillingham now on the floor for Minnesota, the 8th overall pick. Edwards with a turnaround jumper up and good on Ayo Dosunmu from 19 feet on the right in front of Billy Donovan and the Bulls bench. Smith lets it fly. The top side three bounced off the glass and rim, no, but it comes out to Carter. Cross court Kobe, wide open 25-footer. Bam! Kobe White. And credit Javon Carter. Carter could have easily taken that shot, but no one was around Kobe White, who drained it. He's got 6. 31-21. The Bulls once down by 21. It's kept the deficit to 10. Alexander Walker in the left corner. Dillingham up and good. He's a really good-looking player, folks. 6'1" rookie out of Kentucky, and they moved up in the draft, giving up a couple of future number ones to get him. Javon Carter, and they go sideline right to Ayo. Cross court to Kobe. Kobe against Clark. Rolling to his right on a switch against Garza. Top side, Kobe for 3. Yes! Back-to-back jacks. Kobe White. And Kobe, who's been on fire with 3 straight 20-point games, delivering again here in Minnesota. Edwards, tough shot, left angle on Ayo, up and good. Very difficult angle shot off the window for Anthony Edwards, who has a game-high 14, 36-24. Minnesota with 70 seconds left here in the opening frame. Kobe drags that dribble against Garza. Blast past Garza, puts it up with the left hand, no, draws the foul. As Kobe's eyes lit up when he had single coverage against Luka Garza. So this is going to be 2 shots for Kobe White. Here's a little information about Kobe and how kind of Minnesota plays in to his career. Back in 2019, Minnesota, as Kobe makes the first of 2, and he now, for Kobe White, he's made 18 straight free throws. So Minnesota had the 6th pick in the 2019 draft, and the Bulls had the 7th pick. Minnesota desperately needed a guard, and Kobe White was available. And Minnesota elected to take Jared Culver out of Texas Tech. And so he went, Culver did, as Kobe makes the free throw. Culver went to Minnesota, and the Bulls selected Kobe with the 7th overall pick. And Jared Culver was a fine player at Texas Tech, although he played very poorly in the NCAA tournament, losing to Virginia in the championship game. Garza, turnaround jump hook, right hand, baseline right, no, from 5. Rebound Bulls, 10-point deficit for the Bulls, 36-26, 40 seconds to go. In the first quarter, Jalen Smith, blast past Garza with a two-handed dunk. And just like that, folks, it's an 8-point lead for Minnesota once at 21. Topside 3, rimming, no, by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Nikhil Alexander Walker, Bulls ball. 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jalen Smith with a handoff to Ayo Dosunmu at the foul line. Now they got Garza playing Ayo. Let's see what Ayo can do against Garza. And he blasts past Garza with a blow-by with a right-handed score. They are really targeting Garza. Defensively, here's Edwards facing a triple team. Gives it up. Alexander Walker, a deep 3 and a big splash. We've got 3 seconds to go. Ayo with the spin. Ball poked loose by Edwards. That one in the first quarter, but what a quarter where the Bulls were down by 21, battled back, trailed by 9, 39-30, with Kobe White leading the way for the Bulls with 11, Anthony Edwards with 14 for Minnesota on 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Oh, my goodness, that was sick.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay.
Let's chant.
Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
This is completely unacceptable. High inflation rates are actually preventing people from retiring simply because they just don't know what their money will be worth in the coming months and years. This is exactly why thousands are turning to Goldco, the top-rated gold company, to diversify their savings with time-tested safe haven assets, physical gold and silver. Goldco doesn't want your hard-earned money to go down the government's drain. This is so important that right now, not only is Goldco offering a free gold and silver kit, but on qualified purchases, they'll give you up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. Don't wait any longer. Call 855-GOLD-IRA. Diversify and protect your savings from an inept government with physical gold and silver and get a return on your money. This offer will only last until all the bonus silver is gone, so act now. Call 855-GOLD-IRA. That's 855-GOLD-IRA.
Welcome back into 670 The Score. The Bulls trail the Timberwolves by 9, 39-30 at the end of one. The Bulls were listed as the 11.5-point away underdogs, and the total points, well, that was set at 226.5. Courtside odds are presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Download the Circus Sports Illinois app today. Chuck, back to you at Target Center.
All right, Alyssa, thank you. As the Bulls really went after Garza on the dribble to the rim, and our drive to the bucket, sponsored by McGrath Acura of Westmont. When you do the math, you'll choose McGrath. And our second quarter, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools. What hard workers deserve. And just like that, 12 seconds into the second quarter, Bulls commit a turnover. Bulls starting with Carter, along with Giddy, along with Bazelis, Dosumu, and Smith. Minnesota with Dillingham walks over the timeline, right forecourt for the T-Wolves. Pressured by Carter. They go left side, Garza. Garza with a handoff to Dillingham. Double on the ball with a spin. And Carter stuck that right paw and slapped it away out of bounds to the far hash mark with 8 on the shot clock. The Bulls in the first quarter shot 57% from both the field and three-point range. Minnesota 52% and 56% from three. Again, Minnesota got going early with 21-point lead. Naz Reid lost the handle, but Garza there to recover and put it in from 2 feet in the lane. 41-30, Minnesota. Here's Carter with a crossover. Double on the ball. Carter, Smith, open, pump, driving on Garza, leans in and scores with the left hand. And I'll tell you what, the T-Wolves coaching staff, they've got to make a major decision with Randall out for at least 2 weeks with a groin injury. Garza's getting a lot of playing time, and they're going after him defensively. And Minnesota with Garza tried to keep it in play. He could not. It's going to be Bulls ball with the T-Wolves up 41-32. Patrick Williams coming on, along with Smith, Dosumu, Giddy, and Bazelis. Javon Carter leaves. Carter in the ball game took one shot. He made it. He has 5 assists in 8 minutes for Javon Carter. Here's Giddy, leans over the bounce between the legs dribble. Advances left forecourt on a blitz. Jalen Smith jacks up right side three, right down the pipe. I had a conversation with Jalen this afternoon about taking that three. And he says, Chuck, let me tell you what, if I'm open, I'm shooting it. And that's the attitude you got to have. 41-35, Minnesota. Naz Reid with a ball fake, short on a floater. Bulls ball. Williams with the lead pass. Bazelis, 3-on-2. Io goes to Bazelis with the layup. Wow, that was pretty. Mattis Bazelis now. 7 minutes, he's got 2 points. Coming off the screen, Naz Reid. Left side, Garza with a rainbow three off the mark. Rebound, Giddey. 41-37 Minnesota. Giddey racing over the timeline. Jalen Smith open right corner three. Back-to-back jacks. Jalen Smith again feeling it. He's 5 of 6 from the field. He's got 12 and a half. 41-40, believe it or not. The Minnesota lead down to 1, but Garza wide open on a defensive breakdown. Alexander Walker found him, and Garza with a slam. 43-40 Minnesota. The tempo definitely picking up here in Minneapolis. Giddey gives it up to Smith, and they go underneath down to Buzelis. Buzelis against Garza. Patrick Williams fakes right, goes left with a spin deep in the lane, setting up Giddey. Launches a three off the mark on the right wing. Rebound, Naz Reid. Naz Reid over the timeline on a crossover. Comes up shooting a pull-up three and buries it. Naz Reid, I'll tell you, I love his game. He was a 5-star recruit out of New Jersey. Went to LSU for 1 year. Went to the T-Wolves last year. He was 6-man award. Buzelis with a wraparound behind the back pass to Smith. Left wing jumper by Io. No. Minnesota ball up 46-40. 8:52 left second. Here's Alexander Walker with a spin and a scoop on Buzelis. No, loose ball. Patrick Williams took it away from Garza. Here is Williams in transition. Left forecourt against Clark with a pull-up left side three off the mark, and we got a foul. And that's going to put Patrick Williams at the line shooting three. So we have an update from Shams. And let's see, many thanks to Robbie Triano along with Sean Sears in our studios. We got Rich Wyatt, normally our engineer for home games at the United Center, but he's eating a cupcake right now, so he's really not doing us much good. But Shams is reporting that Jimmy Butler has agreed to a new 2-year, $121 million extension with the Golden State Warriors through 2026-27. So all this talk that Jimmy Butler would only sign with one team, the Phoenix Suns, give me a break. This was all about money. Miami wouldn't pay him. Phoenix showed interest. Bradley Beal wouldn't budge from his guaranteed contract, which, by the way, is his right. And so Miami just wanted to get rid of this headache that they've been under, and so they dealt him. And again, if you missed the news, that Andrew Wiggins is going to Miami, Schroeder is going to Miami, Kyle Anderson, and a protected, I repeat, protected first-round pick. As Patrick Williams missed on the free throws, he went 2 of 3, his first 2 points in a 46-42 Minnesota ball game. By the way, the Bulls' next home game against Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry at Golden State Saturday. Naz Reid, topside, 28-footer, no. And the back tap, controlled by Minnesota with a ball fake. Dillingham missed. Gobert floats it in with 2 hands. Again, crashing the offensive glass for Minnesota. 48-42, Minnesota, 8:08 to go here in the first half. Boots drags the dribble with a handoff to Buzelis. Mattis, line to the lane, to the rim, got it. Oh, Mattis Buzelis using his extremely gifted agility going to the rack, and Buzelis now with 4. Dillingham challenged by Carter. They go near corner. Alexander Walker rises up and knocks it down on Josh Giddey. Alexander Walker now with 6. Here's Giddey working on Alexander Walker. To Vooch at the high post brings Gobert about 27 feet away. Buzelis against Naz Reid, and a foul on Naz Reid, putting Mattis Buzelis at the line shooting 2. 51-44 Minnesota. I'll tell you what, Mattis Buzelis is so much fun watching. And again, he's going to put on some weight, but the thing I love about Mattis is his motor, and to see the way he has matured. And I love the job Billy Donovan has done bringing him along this year. And, you don't with young players just give them the keys to the car. They got to take driver's training first. And in the case of Mattis Buzelis, he is coachable. He's willing to take whatever the Bulls coaching staff and development staff give him, and he has responded. To see this young man blossom in front of our eyes pre-All-Star break as he makes 1 of 2 from the line. It's just a pleasure. He's got 7 in a 51-45 Minnesota lead. Right forecourt, Alexander Walker against Josh Giddey. Coming off the screen, Dillingham with the spin. Top side, and Alexander Walker 3-ball. Bounce off the iron and out. Rebound, Buzelis. Bulls on the break with Patrick Williams attacking the rim on the right angle. Double on the ball with the left hand and the kiss on a curl. Timeout, Minnesota. And the Bulls within 4, 51-47. 7:01 to play, second quarter. We'll return in a moment from Minneapolis on 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Ayo DeSumo here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh, man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
Consider it done with ABC. Our family's been available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for more than 65 years. ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
Hey, football fans, it's Patrick Peterson, former 3-time All-Pro NFL cornerback, and now the new host of First and Pod, the podcast that breaks down every game, every week, with new episodes dropping every Monday and Friday mornings. Plus, I'll be highlighting key matchups for DBs around the league on Patrick's Corner. Be sure to subscribe to First and Pod on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
And welcome back. Chuck Swirsky with Bill Weddington on assignment. Alyssa Bergamini with Courtside Odds. We got Robbie Triano, Sean Sears at our 670 The Score studios. Grant Wexstern spinning the dials here with a very entertaining ball game after the Bulls trail by 21 at one stage of the first quarter. They're within 4 with 7:01 to play in the half, 51-47. Our Points of the Paint sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your home with premium color and quality points in the paint. 12 points for Minnesota, 20 for the Chicago Bulls. Our substitution sponsored by Remy Martin, the official spirit of Bulls Radio. Team up for excellence. Carter back on the floor for the Bulls, along with Williams, Buzelis, Vucevic, and Giddey. Mike Conley also returns for Minnesota, along with Anthony Edwards. Splits the defense, finds Conley, right elbow three, no. Rebound Buzelis for Menace Buzelis. That's his third rebound to go long with 7 points. Williams zigzags on Edwards to the rim, and the finish with right hand. Folks, we have a 2-point ball game. Minnesota 51 and the Bulls 49. Williams now off the bench with 6 points in 8 minutes. Coming off the screen, Alexander Walker, his pass deflected, stolen by Buzelis. 2-on-1, going upstairs, and great defense by McDaniels, who took that ball and ripped it off the hands of Williams out of bounds. Buzelis was going to have a lead pass for Williams, who is ready to jam it. And McDaniels with that length, and McDaniels is an outstanding defensive player, timed it beautifully for the T-Wolves. 6:15 to play in the second quarter, 19 on the clock, and the inbounds, Carter, left wing three, no. Long rebound, Nas Reed. 51-49, Minnesota. 6:10 left. Anthony Edwards double on the ball. His pass deflected. Here is Giddey. Giddey over the timeline, wide to the right with a handoff to Williams. Williams picks up the bounce. Back to Giddey. Giddey holds and looks off a Vooch screen. Giddey behind the back pass to Vooch. Left side, Williams for the lead. No, hit the heel. And then Giddey took it away from Conley. In the left corner, Giddey for the lead. Yes! Big time onion, Josh Giddey. Minnesota wanted to foul after we had a collision with Giddey on the play. But let me tell you what, Giddey and Conley, Giddey got all ball on that. And then Giddey from the left corner drains a three. And the Bulls have battled back from a 21-point first quarter deficit. And they lead 52-51. What a remarkable turn of events here in Minneapolis. McDaniels against Buzelis. Works. Tied up by Buzelis. Buzelis with a rejection out of bounds. His 42nd on the year. He is doing it all. Wow. The Bulls on a huge run here, to say the least. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. On the inbounds, accepted by Reed with the clock expiring, and he put up an air ball from 12. Rebound Bulls. Javon Carter against Conley. And a battle of a couple of veterans. Carter against Conley. Baseline right with the fade. No. Pulled down by Reed. And they go to Conley. Over the timeline, Minnesota ball with Anthony Edwards on a switch against Williams. Edwards from 27 feet. Short. Hit front rim. Rebound Carter. Advancing in left forecourt to Kobe White. Kobe with a belt-high left-hand dribble. Brings it out 30 feet away. Rolling to his left. In the paint. Still handling the rock. On a switch, caught by Gobert. White against Gobert to the rim and a foul. Putting Kobe at the line for two. So that's going to go on Rudy Gobert. And in 13 minutes for Gobert. That's going to be his first. Gobert with a couple of points, 5 rebounds. Really not an offensive threat here in this ball game. As Kobe at the line, up, got it. So Kobe White now has made 20 straight free throws. In for the Bulls, you got Dosunmu, Giddey, Williams, White, and Vooch. Buzelis has played 12 minutes, 7 points, 3 rebounds. He's done a great job. Kobe again at the line, up good. And the Chicago Bulls are up by 3, 54-51. Conley with that very deliberate left-hand dribble over the 8-second line to go to Edwards. Back to Conley. Slice against Kobe with a pull-up. Too strong. Rebound Vooch along with Kobe and Vooch. The lead pass over the midcourt line. Sideline left to Giddey. Giddey against McDaniels to the rim and scores. An off-balance dribble drive, left angle layup. Josh Giddey with 5 points. Bulls on a run of 56-51. Anthony Edwards against Vooch. Double on the ball with a floater with right hand. No, he draws the foul and shoots 2. The Bulls, the alarm clock, a little bit late going on tonight, folks, but they got there, and the Bulls have simply dominated play here, and it started at about the 8-minute mark of the first quarter as Edwards makes the free throw. This is just incredible. Anthony Edwards again at the line. Edwards is 5 of 5. He's 6 of 6. So you got Anthony Edwards with 16. Nas Reed with 11. The Bulls are led in scoring by White with 13 and Jalen Smith with 12. Vooch open. Left side 3. Way off the mark and an air ball. It's going to be Minnesota ball as it goes over the end line with 3:53 to play here in the first half. 56-53 Bulls. Again, it's Dosunmu, White, Williams, Giddey, and Vooch. Conley calls out a play. Conley, longtime veteran out of Ohio State in his 18th year, has played for Utah, Memphis, Minnesota, his 3rd year with the Timberwolves. Nas Reed, right wing 3, no. Those shots were falling for Minnesota in the first quarter, not now. Giddey, his pass, threw it away. Intercepted by the T-Wolves. Edwards with a pull-up, 3-ball, top side, no. Naz Reid with the offensive rebound. He got bear hugged and fouled on the floor. That foul's going to go on Patrick Williams, his first, team second. Let's pause. Station ID on the Bulls Radio Network.
Mully here. We've got your Bulls talk on the Mully and Haw Show, 5:30 to 10 on the Score and Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
And welcome back to all of our great listeners in the Midwest or Sirius Radio or 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. Chuck Swirsky with you. Conley feeds McDaniels in the right corner. Edwards, quick pass to Naz Reid. Reid zigzagging on Giddey. No, Giddey got a piece of it. And here come the Bulls on a 5-on-4. Kobe in left forecourt. Left side, Vazelis on a wraparound, on a crossover as Conley got his hand on the ball, but the Bulls retain with Kobe. Kobe in the middle of the floor, left forecourt. Kobe steps back, had a notion to shoot, finds Giddey on the right elbow, baseline right, using the window, and the kiss is good from 4 feet. Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey in 13 minutes, 7 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, 58-53. Bulls by 5, second quarter with 2:40 left. Baseline right, Edwards comes up shooting aisle, way off the mark with the back attack by Gobert, and we're going to have a foul on the Bulls. And we're also going to have a timeout. So let's take a break. 2:35 to go first half. Bulls 58, Minnesota 53 on 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ball game over. Bulls win. It's time to dance.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh, man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shade and Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use code PLAY20 to get 20% off your purchase.
And we are back right here on 670 The Score. This is Chuck Swirsky. Fans in attendance, February 26th, received the 4th hat in the BMO Artist Hat Series, designed by Ramiro Whistler. And while supplies last, visit bulls.com/artist that series to learn more and get tickets. Again, if you just joined us, Jimmy Butler will be in a Golden State uniform. When the Warriors, we would assume he'll be in uniform Saturday at the United Center against the Bulls. He was peddled today by Minnesota in a major trade, or rather by Miami in a major trade. Warriors get Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, P.J. Tucker, and a first-round pick to the Heat in a multi-player trade. And we had Naz Reid thinking that Edwards was going to go backdoor and left baseline. He threw it over the end line out of bounds. It's turnover number 5 for Minnesota. The Pistons get Lindy Waters, Josh Richardson, and a second-round pick. The Jazz get Dennis Schroeder, and the Raptors get Kyle Anderson. Basically, it's Jimmy Butler for Andrew Wiggins. Dribble drive, Dosuma to Kobe on a pump and a drive. Kobe down low right to left on the end line. He's working on Gobert. Comes up shooting, tough shot, missed. And almost went in, but it hit the rim. And here comes Minnesota on the break. Edwards got tied up on a double. Swift turns, rim no. Tip with the right hand by Gobert, good. Rudy Gobert with a follow-up, so give Gobert a board and a bucket. He's got 4 points, 6 rebounds, 58-55, Bulls by 3. Giddey at the foul line. Giddey against Gobert. They run a lot of switching here for Minnesota with Gobert. And a pass-off. Vooch is fouled from behind by Anthony Edwards. Coming up at halftime, the Hall of Fame writer of Bulls.com, the legendary Sam Smith, will talk about Jimmy Butler. And sure enough, he got traded. So here is Vooch, and they go to Aldo Sumu. Fakes right, goes left. He's got Vooch open. Vooch, however, goes topside to Kobe. Kobe ducks inside on Gobert. The fade, 14-footer, nope. Rebound snagged with the right arm of Naz Reid to Conley. 1:17 left first half. 58-55, Bulls by 3 after the Bulls trail by 21 points. McDaniels against Giddey. McDaniels to the rim. Got away with a walk. No. Tipped by McDaniels. Good. Way too easy. 58-57. Bulls lead cut to 1. Bulls' biggest lead here in the second quarter, 5. Giddey with a spin of McDaniels. Giddey turns the corner on McDaniels. Giddey with a reverse no, and McDaniels bailed him out with a push. That was a very difficult angle shot on a reverse by Giddey, and McDaniels put a hand on his back, and Giddey went to the floor. So Josh Giddey will shoot 2. Giddey in 15 minutes with 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Giddey's free throw up and good. Giddey on the season, 75%. Giddey has made 14 of his last 17 from the line. The Bulls as a team are 10 of 12. Another free throw up, got it. 60-57 Bulls. Somehow, some way, we have another half to play. If the Bulls can manage in this ball game and erase a 21-point deficit and come back, that is big time, folks. We have 37 seconds left first half. 6 on the shot clock. On a pick and roll with Gobert, and he got fouled. Gobert with a race to the rim on a pick and roll, and he draws the foul. Gobert, however, as we mentioned, really struggles at the foul line. He's already 0 for 2 tonight from Minnesota. They are 6 of 8. Gobert with 4 points and 6 rebounds. Gobert was the reigning and is the reigning defensive player of the year. Free throw up and good. He's won the award for a record-tying 4th time. The other 4-time winners, actually a former Bull, but he didn't win it as a Bull. He won it with Detroit. That's Ben Wallace, along with the late, great Dikembe Mutombo. As Gobert again at the line, the release, it is up and good. But Rudy Gobert has had a Hall of Fame career. I don't think there's any doubt about that. A 3-time All-Star, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, dribble drive, white shot, blocked by Gobert off the window. Here's Conley. 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 60-59 Bulls. The Bulls on a 16-6 run to close out the first half. We have 8 seconds left in the half. Edwards, one bounce, clean 3, good. My goodness, nobody got on Edwards from the wing, quickly down the floor. Here's Giddey. Giddey against Edwards. Turnaround jumper, left side 3, rimmed out. Halftime, 62-60 in favor of Minnesota. More coming your way next on 670 The Score and the Bulls Basketball Network.
Bulls fans, Kobe White here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Om. man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic extended. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shaded Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use code PLAY20 to get 20% off your purchase.
Consider it done with ABC. Our family's been available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for more than 65 years. ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Bulls fans, welcome to the Kia Halftime Show. Brought to you by the Kia Telluride, official vehicle of the Chicago Bulls. Here's Chuck Swirsky.
Halftime at Bulls Network, joined by the Hall of Fame writer for Bulls.com, the legendary Sam Smith. So, Sam, you've been through trade deadlines for 4 decades. And, of course, Zach LaVine, now a member of the Kings. More to come, perhaps. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I want to talk about player empowerment now. And we're recording this just a couple hours before the tip-off tonight here in Minnesota, so we don't know by the time we air halftime what the status of Jimmy Butler is. But, I mean, it seems like this has been a drama going on for months, and he's costing himself over $500,000 a game. So, I mean, what's going on with this league?
Well, he's cost himself actually a lot more than that, sort of like Scottie Pippen. I feel badly, that affects these guys' legacy because, Jimmy's probably a potential Hall of Famer, and I think it'll work against him, when that committee comes up and when he comes up, things get forgotten. But there's so many opportunities, economic, that you feel badly that guys are doing that kind of this. I don't really think the league's in problem. Unfortunately, there's a couple of bad actors, and Jimmy is acting out. And as you know, this has happened before, and not to the, this angry level, but Kareem, requested to be out. New York or L.A. ends up in L.A. And Wayne Embry, our friend Wayne Embry, forced into that deal. Wilt several times. So there's a history of that. I think, obviously some guys get the headlines. But as you know, being around as long as you have and dealing with these guys so intimately, and most of them are good guys. Most of them want to compete. They want to be involved. Zach, look how he handled that, how professionally, how impressively it was with all the rumors hanging over him. Came into camp. He said, don't worry about me. I'm going to be about the team. I'm going to be about my teammates. DeMar has been always that way. So I think we see a lot. And there's just some situations. And even now, with all this stuff, which is surprising about Kevin Durant. Who would think Kevin Durant is, but he's been fine with that kind of stuff. So I think for the most part, but I think, Vooch was talking to us the other night. I think he made a good point. He said, look, we all have the opportunity to be free agents and leave when we can. So, when the team wants to make a judgment and trade, they can do that too. So I think, I think most of the guys got a good balanced look at it and attitude toward it.
Give me 45 seconds on the Luka trade.
Terrible, obviously. There's no coming back from those kind of deals because I just mentioned Kareem leaving the Bucks, Wilt leaving his teams. You trade a great player, you always lose the trade. You can't make up for it. And it's not that Anthony Davis is not a great player. He is, but he's a 32-year-old great player. There had to be some other stuff going on that we don't know about. But that said, you've been around these guys. A lot of the superstars have a little bit of nuts in them, and you got to put up with it, to get the talent. So, and we've been around the last couple of days. I haven't found anybody yet who thought Dallas did the right thing.
All right. Well spoken. That's Sam Smith, Hall of Fame writer at Bulls.com. Third quarter coming up next right here on the Bulls Basketball Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Fire to the rack and a right-handed dunk going coast to coast.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
Ready to take your fitness to the next level? For 40 years, Fitness Formula Clubs has prioritized upgrades to help you achieve your goals faster. Bounce back stronger with the help of our recovery lounges. Track results along your fitness journey directly from your smartphone with our in-body composition analyzers. Stay motivated with our exclusive group fitness classes. And keep every workout feeling fresh with our newest fitness equipment and technology. Don't settle for ordinary. Step into extraordinary at FFC, Chicago's best health clubs. Visit ffc.com/Odyssey to claim your special offer today.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Welcome back into 670 The Score. I'm Alyssa Bergamini on the Kia Halftime Show. The Bulls, who once trailed by 21, they climb back and they trail by 2 against the Timberwolves, 60-60 here at halftime. The Bulls entered tonight's matchup as the heavy 11.5-point away underdogs. That is courtesy of Circa Sports Illinois. And the total points, well, that was set at 226.5. Let's check in on the player props here at halftime. For the Bulls, the rookie Matas Bucelis, he gets his first start in the NBA. Matas has added 7 points through 16 minutes on the floor. His player prop was 11.5 points. The over priced at -135. So 5 more will cash out the over. And for the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert has pulled down 7 boards through the half. His player prop was 11.5 rebounds. The over priced at -120. And some news here, Chicago Bulls and Lonzo Ball have agreed to a 2-year, $20 million contract extension. We are halfway home, and those were your courtside odds at the half presented by Circa Sports Illinois. Download the Circa Sports Illinois app today. You're listening to 670 The Score in the Kia Halftime Show on the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Josh Giddey here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
A 6-letter word for an app where you can easily find and book an in-person or virtual appointment with the perfect doctor by searching specialty and insurance and reading real reviews from real patients.
It's ZocDoc, obviously.
Genius. How'd you know that?
How do you think I found an amazing therapist, dentist, and primary care doc?
Can't believe I didn't know this was an option sooner.
You've got options. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
Are you taking steps to help protect your money from the potential impact of World War?
Russia and Ukraine, Israel, Gaza. We've seen threats from Iran, and now Syria. What impact will these conflicts have on the global economy and your retirement savings? Right now, thousands of hardworking Americans are learning how to help protect their hard-earned savings with a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. You can also get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. To see if you qualify, call 855-GOLD-IRA. That's 855-GOLD-IRA.
Whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun, Shaded Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Since life's too short to compromise on quality, visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use code PLAY20 to get 20% off your purchase.
Where'd you get those shoes? DSW has all the shoes you need for whatever you're into. You know, like running shoes that give new meaning to personal best, or everyday sneakers that make coffee runs look cool. Basically, DSW has all the best styles from the brands that always get it right, like Nike, Brooks, Timberland, and more. Oh yeah, did we mention they also happen to be the perfect price? Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store and DSW.com.
Consider it done with ABC. Our family's been available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for more than 65 years. ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
And welcome back to Minneapolis, 62-60. T-Wolves up by a deuce. If you just joined us, this has been a bizarre game because the Bulls cannot make a shot. They were turning the ball over. In fact, Billy Donovan called the timeout like 14 seconds in after Minnesota crashed the glass with 4 straight offensive rebounds. And the Bulls were down by 21 points with 5:14 left first quarter. They were down 27-6. And they have battled back, and now down by only 2, 62-60. Again, if you missed the news, Jimmy Butler traded to Golden State. He agrees to a 2-year contract at $121 million. And also news to report, Andrew Wiggins goes to Miami, by the way. And also Shams is reporting Lonzo Ball has agreed to a new 2-year deal with the Chicago Bulls. Again, that is not confirmed, just a report from Shams. We got third quarter coming up next on 670 The Score, the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Nikola Vucevic here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on the Bulls Radio Network, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh, man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
O'Reilly.
Shop Superstart Premium, Extreme, or Platinum batteries at O'Reilly Auto Parts and get up to a $15 gift card after rebate. O-Reward members can also get a $5 reward with their battery purchase. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, football fans, it's Patrick Peterson, former 3-time All-Pro NFL cornerback, and now the new host of First and Pod, the podcast that breaks down every game, every week, with new episodes dropping every Monday and Friday mornings. Plus, I'll be highlighting key matchups for DBs around the league on Patrick's Corner. Be sure to subscribe to First and Pod on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
And And welcome back. We are underway here, third quarter. Good to have you with us, Chuck Swirsky, Bill Weddington on assignment. We're in Minneapolis, the second game of a back-to-back, 62-60 T-Wolves, Minnesota ball, left forecourt with Mike Conley. Conley on a switch, standing to Gobert to the rim. Shot rejected. Bazelis was right there. Manis Bazelis with 2 blocks tonight. Giddey. Dribble drive, ball poked loose. Giddey retains. Giddey circle right to go to Vooch on the far hash mark on the left wing with a handoff to Ayo Dosunmu off a Vooch screen. Ayo gives it up to Vooch. Circle left, 18-footer, rimmed out. Rebound, Naz Reid with a handoff to Mike Conley. Conley's father was a tremendous track and field star in Indiana. And Anthony Edwards with the left wing 3-ball up and good. Anthony Edwards now in 20 minutes. That's his 4th triple. He's got 22. Ayo comes off the screen. We're going to have an illegal screen, and that's going to go on Kobe as he sent Mike Conley to the floor. Well, a lot of basketball news in the air, folks. So keep your dial set to your network stations, of course, in Chicago at 670 The Score. Mike Conley. Conley in left full court, top of the circle, sprays off to the left. They find Naz Reid all the way to the cup with a 2-handed dunk. Another defensive breakdown by the Bulls. Billy Donovan wants to correct it. We're going to take a break. 90 seconds in, third quarter with the score. Minnesota 67, Bulls 60 on the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ball game over. Bulls win.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Ready to take your fitness to the next level? For 40 years, Fitness Formula Clubs has prioritized upgrades to help you achieve your goals faster. Bounce back stronger with the help of our recovery lounges. Track results along your fitness journey directly from your smartphone with our in-body composition analyzers. Stay motivated with our exclusive group fitness classes. And keep every workout feeling fresh with our newest fitness equipment and technology. Don't settle for ordinary. Step into extraordinary at FFC, Chicago's best health clubs. Visit ffc.com/Odyssey to claim your special offer today.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Consider it done with ABC. Our family's been available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for more than 65 years. ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Hey guys, it's Jim Costa from Cash the Ticket. If you're betting the NFL playoffs, you need to be listening to Cash the Ticket. We're breaking down every single game, totals and sides, all the way to the big game. Subscribe to Cash the Ticket on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
And welcome back. Chuck Swirsky with you. And want to remind you, we got Bulls Bowl coming up Saturday against the Golden State Warriors, the new look Warriors. And we'll see whether or not Jimmy Butler has, while he's been suspended, whether or not he's in game shape and whether or not he's going to be in uniform for the Warriors. But that's the next ball game for the Bulls. Golden State and the Bulls Saturday will be on the air, 6:45 Central Time. You can get the Bulls app presented by AT&T. Enjoy personalized notifications, exclusive drops, team stats, and more. Download now at bulls.com/app. After the timeout, Bulls down by 7 points. Well, it could have been worse, folks. They were down by 21 in the first half. 5:14 left in the first half as Giddey with a floater with right hand in the paint up and good. Josh Giddey, 18 minutes, 11 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. If you just joined us, Menace Buzelis in his first NBA start. Edwards jump pass, Vooch with a steal. Edwards upset with the official. Told he got fouled. Dribble drive by Kobe to the rim. The big shot, no, and Edwards going to get teed up. Yep. And they better be very careful. He's going to get ejected. He is really giving it to official Evan Scott. Edwards thought he got fouled underneath. Now the offensive sequence for Minnesota. So Kobe will shoot the tech. Kobe, 4 of 4. Bulls are 11 of 13. Kobe shooting the tech right in front of us, and it is good. He's 5 of 5. He's got 14. 67 to 63, 9:50 left here in the third quarter. Shams also reporting that Lonzo Ball gets a 2-year, $20 million extension. Again, no word from the Bulls organization. We'll wait to hear from AK and Mark on that. So Mike Conley will try it over the timeline. Picked up by Kobe. Now to switch, Buzelis has Conley. And they go to Naz Reid. And he's defended by White. Now Anthony Edwards went on one with Kobe. 4 crossovers, 5 crossovers. Gives it up left side, Conley. Conley has to force it up on Buzelis. No. Offensive rebound, Gobert. Edwards on the right elbow. Blast past Kobe to the rim on a reverse. Good. Oh, with a little English on it. Anthony Edwards. In 22 minutes, he's got 24. Topside, Kobe for 3. Right down the pipe. Kobe White in 18 minutes. He's got the mojo. His 4th triple. He's got 17. Conley with a runner down low baseline left, and he's fouled by White. And they're going to call it side out of bounds and not a shooting foul. 69-66, Minnesota with 9:05 to play here in the third quarter. On the inbounds, accepted by Edwards. It goes to Naz Reid. Reid bulldozed his way, put up an air ball with a floater, rebounded by Vooch. The Vooch in 21 minutes with 8 points, 8 boards, 3 dimes. Giddy dribble drive. Jump pass, left corner, Buzelis. Rainbow 3 off the mark. Rebound, Minnesota. Conley with the touch pass. And it goes to Reid. Reid, the trailer, Conley. Dribble drive on Buzelis. Buzelis altered that shot. Minnesota comes up with it. And in the right corner, McDaniels scores. McDaniels on an assist from Conley. Conley's 5th dime. And it's 72-66, Minnesota. Kobe off the boot screen, dribble drive in the paint. Watson feels it, pulling up. 13-footer, book it. Kobe White. He is on a mission here. In 19 minutes, he's got 19. 72-68, Minnesota. 8:10 left third quarter. Edwards, standing dribble on the left. They go to Rudy Gobert outside, 3-point arc on the left wing, holding and looking. Gobert puts it on the floor, shovel handoff to Conley. Topside jumper up, rimmed out. Rebound, Vooch. Bulls going left to right. Bulls shooting 52%, 40% beyond the arc. Over the timeline, Giddy. Giddy foul line extended left. Cross court to Ayo. Comes up shooting, and a 3 is pure. Ayo Dosunmu. In 22 minutes, Ayo now with 5. 72-71, Minnesota by 1. Conley gets a play from his bench. Let's see what Minnesota runs here. Coming off the screen, McDaniels. Foul line jumper, 15-footer good. I'll tell you what, Naz Reid set a fantastic screen on the right elbow, allowing that jump shot to be made by Jalen McDaniels. At the foul line, Giddy. Giddy over the top pass, intercepted by Gobert. The handoff to Edwards. Edwards glides over the timeline, turns the corner, and we have a foul on the floor on Ayo Dosunmu. We have Patrick Williams returning. So for the Bulls, with Buzelis leaving, Buzelis in his first NBA start, 21 minutes, 7 points, 3 rebounds. Bulls going with Dosunmu, White, Williams, Vooch, and Josh Giddey. Again, no Lonzo Ball tonight, not playing, of course, second game of back-to-back. Bellingham gives it up, creating is McDaniels, and the dribble bounced off his foot. Stolen by Ayo to the rim on Edwards, and he lays it in with the right hand off the Minnesota turnover. And for Minnesota, that's their 7th. 74-73, Minnesota by 1. Dillingham with 3 points on the night, using a high screen from Gobert with a runner, no. And the rebound goes out to Naz Reid on a reset with 14 on the clock. Edwards pressured by Kobe White, 26 feet away with a pull-up right side three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And now you know why Anthony Edwards is one of the true elite players in the NBA. Patrick Williams in the right corner, driving right to left in the lane. Gives it up to Giddey, left elbow, rainbow three, good. So the two teams are really getting after it here, folks. 77-76, Minnesota. Giddey now with 14. On the left side, Dillingham. He picks up the bounce. They go back to Edwards. Edwards off the screen from Gobert. Top side three. Nope. Rebound, Williams. And the Bulls can take the lead right here. The Bulls' biggest lead in the first half, 5. Here's Kobe. Dribble drive. Kobe beyond the arc. Kobe gives it up to Williams at the top of the circle. Patrick lines up. Top side three. Nope. Rebound, Minnesota. And it's McDaniels crossing the 8-second line. Between the legs dribble on the left point. A backdoor cut to Dillingham. Double pump. Up. No. Vooch altered that shot. And Vooch connects with the rebound. That's number 10. Matching his season average. And Kobe dribble drive. And we've got a reach-in foul on McDaniels or Dillingham. This is going to go on McDaniels, his second. And the first team foul. And side out of bounds for the Bulls. 77-76 Minnesota. And we have a delay of game warning against Minnesota. That's going to result in a tech. So Kobe back to the line. If he makes this, and by the way, he's 5 of 5. He's made his last, 22 free throws? And he makes this one. So we've got a 77-77 ball game. Kobe White with 19 points. Giddey with 14. 12 for Smith. Vooch, 2 points away from his 33rd double-double on the year. On the inbounds, it goes to Ayo Dosunmu out in front. Ayo driving on Gobert. Ayo keeps the handle. The swing out on the right to Patrick. Back on the elbow near sideline to Ayo and a post-up Vooch. Back to Ayo. Comes up shooting. Advances for three. No. Rebound, Minnesota. And now it's McDaniels. Works on Patrick. 2 crossovers with the spin tied up by Williams. The send out to Edwards. Turns hard. Baseline left with a scoop and the score with the right hand. Oh, that was absolutely brilliant by Anthony Edwards as he got around 3 Bulls. And Ayo Dosunmu dribble drive right in the chest of McDaniels. He lays it in. So Ayo Dosunmu now in the ball game in 25 minutes with 9. 79 apiece. Minnesota and the Bulls at the 4:40 mark, third. Dillingham, dribble drive, left angle. They go out in front of McDaniels, and we've got a foul, and that will go against Javon Carter. So you got Phillips returning for the Bulls. You got Giddey coming back in and leaving Dosunmu and Kobe White. So for the Bulls, you're going to have Giddey, Williams, Vooch, Phillips, and Carter. .14 on the clock, 4:36 left here in the third quarter. Nickeil Alexander-Walker in play at the top. Dillingham, stop and go dribble drive. Jump pass, left corner, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, way off the mark. Rebound, Phillips with a handoff to Javon Carter. Carter works on McDaniels on the far sideline. The kick out, left wing, Vooch coming off the screen to Giddey in front. Giddey, belt high, right hand dribble at the foul line. Tucks inside, finds Vooch. Shot rejected by McDaniels. Vooch retains, left wing, Carter open three. Bam! And the Bulls take the lead. 82-79, timeout, Minnesota. 4:06 to go, third quarter. We'll be right back. 6:70 the score in the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Patrick Williams here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
A strong host game needs a strong wing game. Add Popeye's wings to your game day spread, and the crew won't just be cheering, they'll be salivating. With 8 bold, crispy Louisiana flavors to satisfy everyone's taste buds, our wing game is strong enough to always get you the W. Order bone-in or boneless for your next watch party. Someone just wrapped up the title of Most Valuable Host.
Have that chicken from Popeyes.
At participating U.S. restaurants.
What you're hearing is Hardie Fiber Cement Siding living up to its reputation as the siding that handles hail impact with ease. James Hardie knows how important a reputation is, especially when you're a contractor. That's why Hardie Siding withstands severe weather better than vinyl siding, with styles to match its strength. So you can be sure you're providing your clients with the best. Protect your reputation with exterior products by James Hardie.
And we are back, our third quarter here in Minnesota, sponsored by AARP. The younger you are and the more you need. AARP and the BULLS lead. Minnesota 82-79. Bill Wennington on assignment. This Chuck Swirsky post-game coverage with Alyssa Bergamini, but we have a long way to go. The Bulls would like to bag their second win at as many nights after taking care of business against the Miami Heat last night. Miami in a major trade as they send Jimmy Butler to Golden State for Andrew Wiggins. 82-79 Bulls at the 4-minute mark, third quarter. Dillingham to go to Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Picked up by Giddey 30 feet away. Anthony Edwards steps into a three and buries it. He is such a magnificent talent. From 27 feet on the far hash mark, Anthony Edwards just nailed his 6th triple. He's got 32. We're tied at 82. Here's Giddey turning baseline right with a runner. Shot blocked by Gobert. 4-on-3 for Minnesota. Edwards with a pull-up. Top side three, no. Offensive rebound, Gobert. Jump hook right hand, way off the mark. Put back by Edwards. Got it. Counted in a foul. That was all Anthony Edwards, folks. Anthony Edwards, in the month of January, averaged 30 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. And he was absolutely brilliant. He had 7 30-point games, 1 40-point game, and a career-high 53 in a loss to Detroit. And he makes a 3-point play. And Anthony Edwards now, in 28 minutes, has 35 points. And we still have 15 minutes of basketball left. 85-82. Here's Carter to the rim, and Dillingham fouls him. 85-82, Minnesota, 3:17 left. Anthony Edwards, I'll tell you what, he's worth the price of admission. I know he gives officials a hard time, along with the, the people who have to censor things with his profanity. But wow, Javon Carter coming off the screen, foul line, 15-footer, good. Minnesota burns a quick timeout. 3:11 to go, third. 85-84, Minnesota by 1 on the Bulls Basketball Network.
Bulls fans, Modest Bazelis here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
At Grand Canyon University, we believe in equal opportunity, and the American dream starts with purpose. By honoring your sacred vocation of education, you impact your family, your friends, and your community. From teaching pre-K through 12th grade students to educational administration, GCU's online bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree programs can help you reach your goals. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu. Initial teacher licensure programs are not available in Kentucky.
Can't decide between a boutique fitness studio, an essentials-only gym, a pickleball league, or a Pilates class pack? Why choose when you can have it all, plus more? For 40 years, Fitness Formula Clubs has been Chicago's all-in-one destination for fitness, fun, and relaxation. Voted Chicago's best, FFC offers 10 health clubs across Chicagoland. Enjoy group fitness classes, pickleball leagues, outdoor pools, and splash bars. Full-service spas, recovery lounges, free parking, and much more. Build muscle, boost confidence, and find your home away from home. Visit ffc.com/odyssey today to claim your special offer.
And welcome back. We've got the Bulls in a terrific ball game here in Minneapolis as the T-Wolves and the Bulls 85-84 Minnesota. After the timeout, Minnesota going right to left, dressed in the navy blue, black and white. Dillingham against Javon Carter outside the three-point arc. They go to Nickeil Alexander-Walker, back to Dillingham, to Anthony Edwards. They smother him with a double blitz. So Naz Reid with a handoff to Anthony Edwards, line to the lane with a runner high off the window with the right hand. Good. Anthony Edwards on fire. He's got 37 points. My goodness. 87-84 Minnesota. Javon Carter turned it over. Dillingham with the steal. Dillingham over the midcourt line in front. Edwards open topside three, short. Long rebound to Edwards. Edwards against Giddey. Dribble drive against Jalen Smith. Gives it up to Naz Reid. In front, Dillingham breaks up a three. No. Rebound, Giddey. Excellent traffic rebound by Josh Giddey. Giddey with a hard left-hand dribble drive in right forecourt against Clark. Floats a pass to Jalen Smith. And underneath to Patrick Williams, and a foul on Dillingham. What action here. You got to love the NBA, folks. The Bulls return home Saturday. Hope to see you at the United Center. Steph Curry and company. Who knows? Maybe we're going to see Jimmy Butler now in a Golden State uniform. Here's Williams. Williams just barreled in to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. No offensive foul. Meantime, the Bulls turn it over, and Anthony Edwards on the other end. Missed on the top side three. Rebound Smith. Under 2 minutes to go, third. 87-84. Minnesota. Smith with a handoff. Javon Carter. Carter with a pull-up baseline right. 16-footer. Got it. Wow. Javon Carter off the bench with 10. And he is the Bulls' fourth double-figure scorer in the ball game. 87-86. Minnesota T-Wolves ball. Open right corner. Clark for a three. Good. Jalen Clark playing only his 9th NBA game, but he's playing a lot of minutes of late. Here's Giddey, a race to the rim, shot blocked by Reid. Here come the T-Wolves over the midcourt line. Dillingham. Dillingham brings it out left wing. And now Anthony Edwards. Edwards on a switch, guarded by Patrick Williams. They go sideline left to Dillingham. Turns the corner and lob to the rim. Brought down by Naz Reid, who lays it in. The over-the-top pass cost the Bulls, and Naz Reid with 15. Mostly coming in the first half. Here's Williams on a post-up on Edwards. Turnaround 5-footer with a push shot up and good in the lane. 92-88 Minnesota with under 1 minute to go in the third. Patrick Williams now with 8. Nickeil Alexander-Walker left forecourt, and they go to who else but Anthony Edwards. In 30 minutes, he has 37 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Edwards met on a double, splits the defense to the rim on Giddey, and a foul. And Anthony Edwards sprawling down on the floor, assisted up by his teammates. Anthony Edwards going to the line where he's 7 of 7, shooting 83% from the line, the all-time leading three-point scorer in the history of Minnesota Timberwolves basketball. He broke the record early in the season, surpassing Karl Anthony Towns, now of the New York Knicks. Edwards playing in his 352nd game, all with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Anthony Edwards makes the free throw. Anthony Edwards, 3-time All-Star. He was the number 1 overall pick in 2020. He's also, speaking of threes, as the free throw is made, he also became the youngest player in NBA history to make 300 threes. He's in the second year of a 5-year, $260 million deal. He's worth every cent. Giddey, mid-post left, Carter coming off the screen. 3 ball, no. Put back Phillips. Yes, Julian Phillips. The wiry Julian Phillips. using that length. 94-90, Minnesota. We got 12 seconds left, third quarter. They go to McDaniels, wide right. The return pass to Edwards. Edwards with 5 seconds between the circles. Edwards on a crossover. Edwards got the ball taken out of his hands by the Bulls, and that will end the third quarter of play as they collapsed around Edwards on a double-team trap. So at the end of three, don't you leave us, folks. We're going to the fourth quarter. Minnesota 94, Bulls 90 on 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Levine throws it down with a right-handed power dunk.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh, man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
O'Reilly.
You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
City of Hope, a place where seemingly impossible blood cancers become treatable, curable. With more than 19,000 bone marrow transplants performed, we're the largest and most successful program in the U.S., making major breakthroughs in treating leukemia, lymphoma, and multiple myeloma, personalizing a treatment plan right down to your DNA. Now the experts striving to make the impossible a reality are closer to home. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Welcome back into 670 The Score. The Bulls trail the Timberwolves by 4, 94-90. Entering the final frame, the Bulls were listed as the 11.5-point underdogs, and total points that was set at 226.5 prior to tip-off. Courtside odds are presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Download the Circus Sports Illinois app today. Chuck, back to you in Minnesota.
All right, thanks very much. Naz Reid begins the fourth quarter, misfiring on a three. Rebound Clark at a foul. I think they're going to get Io from behind or Kobe, and this is going to go on Kobe White. And for Kobe, that's going to be his first team foul. 14 seconds in, but the story of the third quarter, Anthony Edwards with 16 of his 39 points. Side out of bounds, Clark holding and looking in play to Mike Conley. Coming off the screen, Naz Reid with a post-up on Kobe with a baby hook with the right hand outside the semicircle, up and good. Naz Reid with 17. Bulls ball, 96-90 Minnesota. This early fourth quarter action here in the state of Minnesota with Williams outside the edge. The foul line Smith, topside Io off a high screen from Jalen Smith. Smith with the touch. Rolling to his left, the handoff to Kobe, line to lane with a stop and pop, and from behind, it is rejected by Reid. And here's McDaniels. They go to Naz Reid. Reid with a spin on Williams to the rim, can't finish on the left block. Rebound Jalen Smith. Smith now with 3 boards, 12 points. Patrick Williams gives it up to Smith. Smith on a pump. Smith holds and looks after terminating his dribble, and they go left hash mark to Kobe. Kobe brings a double. He got pushed and fouled by Naz Reid in the far corner. We have played just over a minute here in the fourth quarter as the T-Wolves on a 15-6 run for Naz Reid. That's going to be his second in the first team. 14 on the clock, side out of bounds on the far side. Williams wide left to Iodo Sumo off a Smith screen. Smith is open. He's going to put it on the deck, dribble drive to the rim of the finish on Naz Reid. Jalen Smith, The last 2 games, he has been terrific. He's got 14. 96-92, Minnesota 90 seconds in. Dragging that dribble, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, topside 3-ball by Reed. No. Pulled down by Patrick Williams, and the Bulls on the run left to right with Ayo Dosunmu to Williams. Williams driving on Clark. Williams to the rim. Bank shot, no, and a foul. A blocking call on Clark. Bulls fans, hey, don't miss my Bulls, the team's official game day email. Sign up for free at bulls.com, my Bulls. And here's Williams. Nope, on the first of 2. Let's pause. Station ID, Bulls Radio Network.
Marshall Harris here. We're talking Bulls on the Bernstein and Harris Show. Middays, 10 to 2 on the Score on Odyssey Sports Station. WSCR, Chicago. WBMX HD 2 Chicago.
96-92, Williams again after missing the first. The crowd on their feet. And the second attempt up, ribbing, no. And the crowd explodes. They must get some type of sandwich or chicken sandwich, whatever the case may be. But we have a ball game, 96-92. Conley driving on Smith. Left side, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And a 3-ball is a big splash. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he's got 9. They got to take care of him in the offseason. He's coming up for renewal. Smith to a cutting Phillips to the rim. And can't finish with the left hand. 5-on-4 for Minnesota. Right to left. Clark going upstairs for Naz Reid. Taken away by Williams. Here are the Bulls in transition with Kobe White. Gives it up to Williams. Back in front. Kobe comes up shooting 3 off the mark. Rebound Naz Reid. That's Reid double-double. He's got 17 points, 10 rebounds. His 3rd double-double on the year. 99-92 Minnesota. We played 2.5 minutes, 4th quarter. Reid driving on Phillips to the rim and a foul. So that's going to go on Phillips, and that's going to put Naz Reid at the line for the first time in the ball game. Reid shooting 79% on the season. Minnesota's a team 11-13. The Bulls shooting 51%, 40% from 3, and the free throw is up and good. Points in the paint, 40 for the Bulls, 32 for Minnesota. Second chance points, 24 for Minnesota and 11 for the Bulls. Let's take a look at the rebounding. 43-30 in favor of Minnesota. Here's Reid against the line, up and good. (101-92) Minnesota with 9:14 left. Wherever you're listening, we appreciate you having the dial set. Bulls Radio. Bulls trying to rally here in the 4th quarter. Jalen Smith with a handoff to Kobe off the Smith screen. Kobe creating. Kobe with a spin on Conley. They go to Ayo Dosunmu on a pump and a drive. Ayo tied up by Conley. Jalen Smith, right side 3. Nope, flying in for the rebound. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And the Bulls have gone cold here. 101-92, Minnesota with 8:48 to go. 4th quarter. Reid with 1 foot inside, 3-point arc on the right. Picked up by Jalen Smith. Coming off the screen to kill Alexander-Walker. Top side 3, no. Rebound Smith. Here's Javon Carter. Carter off the bench tonight, 18 minutes with 10 points. Deep in the right corner, Vaselis making his first NBA start. Going left to right, puts it up, in, count it, and a foul. Vaselis with a hoop, the Harmon 1. And Mattis now in 21 minutes has 9. And that foul on Alexander-Walker, that's going to be his first and the 3rd team foul. So Mattis Vaselis, we had a one-on-one interview that we played in pregame coverage on his way to San Francisco All-Star Weekend. He's locked in on these games until then, and but he's very, very excited. Worked with Zach LaVine on some of his display of dunks that he's going to put on a show. All-Star Saturday weekend. He goes 2 for 2 from the line. He's got a 10.3 rebound game in his first NBA start. Conley holding and looking at the foul line. Reid with his back to the rim. Double on the ball. Now they got Carter playing Reid single coverage. Dribble drive. Clark on Carter to the rim with the finish with the left hand. I really can see why Minnesota likes this kid. He is very impressive. 103-95 Minnesota at the 8-minute mark. Kobe peels off a Smith screen. Carter wide left against Conley. And they go far corner to Buzelis. At the foul line, Ayo Dosunmu double on the ball. Kobe dribble drive in the paint, negotiating his way. Here's Buzelis with a two-handed hammer dunk. Coming in baseline left. A slam for Buzelis, who has poured in a dozen in 22 minutes. Kobe with assist number 4. And the Bulls with 23 assists. They average 29 on the season, third best in the NBA. 103-97 Minnesota. Left corner McDaniels for 3. No. Long rebound. Conley comes up with it. Conley took it away from Carter. Top side 3 for Reed, up and good. And that really hurts. When we talk about rebounding, getting the loose balls, second chance points, 27 second chance points for Minnesota tonight. Minnesota's 19 of 45 from 3, but Ayo Dosunmu fearless in the paint, drawing contact and lays it in with the right hand. Dosunmu in 30 minutes. He is the 4th Bulls starter in double figures and 2 reserves. So give the Bulls 6 double-figure scores. Conley line to lane with a floater, up, out, and he is fouled and shoots 2. And we're going to have a timeout here. 6:49 to play, 4th quarter. Bulls on the road, trailing 106-99. This is Chuck Swirsky. We'll return in a moment on the Bulls Basketball Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ball game over. Bulls win. Bulls win.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
Now taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
Hardy Fiber Cement Siding handles conditions that can cause damage to vinyl. From fire to hail, Hardy Siding stands tall through it all, helping trade professionals look their best when they recommend Hardy Siding and Trim. See the proof at jameshardy.com.
When we started writing our thoughts down on paper, it opened up endless possibilities. Ideas could grow beyond the borders of the mind, and it changed the world. Somewhere along the way, we lost touch with paper, distracted by devices made for every purpose except for thinking and focus. On edge, waiting for the next notification. But what if new technology didn't pull us away from paper, but brought us closer to it? Listen. That's not paper. It's the sound of the new Remarkable Paper Pro, rewriting the future. A paper tablet with a true color ink display, gentle reading light, and unheard of tactility. With digital features for taking notes, thinking, and organizing, without any distractions. Paper is about to change the world again. Get your paper tablet at remarkable.com today.
And once again, with the review situation, we have not seen one in a while, but it's always good to take a second look. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Alyssa Bergamini, post-game coverage tonight. Bill Wennington on assignment. Chuck Swirsky in conversation. Robbie Triano, Sean Sears in our studio. 670 The Score. Brent Weckstrom is getting it done here in Minnesota as the Bulls trailing 106-99 And you can sign up to text messages from the Bulls text alert. Subscribers, first to know about team news, promotions, and special offers. Visit bulls.com/text to get started. So Mike Conley at the line in 25 minutes, having a tough night at the office, shooting the rock as he makes the free throw. He's 2 of 10 from the field, but he's got 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. Truly one of the great gentlemen in the NBA. He has been around, folks, a long time. And in fact, this is his 18th season. But I can't say enough about the work he has done in the communities where he has played, whether it's Salt Lake City, Memphis, Tennessee, here in Minneapolis, whatever the case may be. He has been fantastic. 108.99, Minnesota Bulls ball. Williams stop and go, dribble drive to the rim with the left hand, too strong. Off the glass, no. Rebound Minnesota with Anthony Edwards, who had 16 in the third quarter. Splits the defense and lays it in on Bazelis with right hand, left angle. Count it in the foul. Anthony Edwards with 41, looking for more. Anthony Edwards, the great thing about what he can do as a player, number one, his handle is amazing. I mean, it truly is amazing. Whether it's crossover, between the legs dribble, wrap around, staggered stop and go, he's got it. I'm not saying he's Kyrie Irving with a crossover, but he's pretty close. Free throw good. He can create a shot. He can hit a three. He can take over a game. And, I mean, he is a franchise player, as one would hope, as the number 1 overall pick back in the day, in his 5th year now. Vooch banging away with Gobert, banging away right block. Jump pass left corner, Bazelis. Open rainbow three, hit the side of the backboard. Rebound, Minnesota. 1:11:99, time running out. We are nearing the 6-minute mark, and the Bulls need to get something going here. Anthony Edwards tied up by Vooch, who raises his right hand in the air. He knows he got a piece of Edwards on the far sideline. That's going to put Edwards back at the line. Vooch with his third and the 15th foul. Again, if you missed the news, Shams is reporting that Lonzo Ball, who's not playing tonight, obviously, second game of a back-to-back, Lonzo Ball has agreed to terms on a 2-year, $20 million deal. So Anthony Edwards, a perfect 10 of 10 at the line, and at the foul line, up and good. Anthony Edwards with 43, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Remember, in the month of January, he scored a career-high 53 points against the Detroit Pistons, but Minnesota lost that ball game. Bazelis leaves, and the free throw up and good by Edwards. So you've got Clark. Edwards has stayed in the ball game. I beg your pardon. You've got Bazelis leaving as Giddey goes to the rim in front. Vooch topside three, short. Rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Bulls going with Williams, Giddey, White, Dosunmu, and Vooch. Minnesota going with Alexander Walker, Edwards, McDaniels, Gobert, and Clark in a 113-99 ball game with 5:45 to play here in the fourth. On the send-down, Giddey threw it away right to Gobert. For the Bulls, turnover number 10. Over the timeline, Edwards cradles that ball under his left arm, draws a double. They go wide to the right. McDaniels, left-hand dribble drive, and a pull-up foul line, 15-footer, no. Long rebound comes out to Alexander Walker. He's going to launch a three, no. Offensive dunk, Gobert. Timeout, Billy Donovan. Boy, those offensive rebounds. Next time when we come back after the break, we're going to ask our engineer Grant here to give us that box score, because the offensive rebounding from Minnesota has been spectacular tonight. We'll give you those details in a moment. 115-99, Minnesota by 16 on 670 The Score, the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Lonzo Ball here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
And it's time to get text messages from the Bulls. Text alert subscribers, the first to know about team news, promotions, special offers. Visit bulls.com/text to get started. And our great stat of the game, sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. Well, in this case, not so great. The Minnesota Timberwolves, with 19 of their 49 rebounds, have come on the offensive window. 19 offensive rebounds. The Bulls have been out-rebounded 49-31. Second chance points. Timberwolves 29-11. That's our key stat and our great stat, unfortunately, brought to you by Great Clips. Iowa in the paint against Gobert. Right corner, Vazelis. Dribble drive to the rim. Shot blocked, but a foul. Vazelis hit the deck and a hard foul by McDaniels. So in his first NBA start, coming off a 10-for-10 game in 24 points last night at the United Center against the Heat, Vazelis has played 24 minutes tonight with 12 points, 3 rebounds. And remember, he had 12 points each game on the Eastern trip and 24 last night. And I think they're going to look at this. They're going to look at this to see if this merits a flagrant on McDaniels.
Personal foul on McDaniels. Minnesota's challenging.
Oh, so Minnesota's going to challenge to see whether or not that was a foul or a block. Wow. So at the point of verticality, McDaniels did get the ball, but from this angle, it certainly appeared he got Vazelis. Yeah, he got Vazelis in the midsection. No question about it. That should be a foul. Oh, we're stopping the clock with 5:02 to play, 115-99. So let's see if I can go to the scoreboard here. Finals tonight, Milwaukee 112-102 over Charlotte. Milwaukee reportedly has made a trade with Washington involving Chris Middleton going to the Wizards for Kyle Kuzma. Cleveland on the road beats Detroit 118-115. San Antonio over Atlanta 126-125. De'Aaron Fox, did he play in that game? Let's see. De'Aaron Fox did play for the Spurs, and he had 24 points and 13 assists. When Wembanyama had 24 points, 12 rebounds. Elsewhere, Washington 119-102 over Brooklyn. The Wizards have won 3 in a row. Miami 108-101 over Philadelphia. As the Miami Heat, the players on the bench were informed by fans sitting behind them that Jimmy Butler had been traded by the Heat to Golden State for Andrew Wiggins. That's how the Miami players found out, through social media messages on the fans' phones. And then right behind the Heat bench, the fans notified Kevin Love and the rest of the Heat players of that transaction. Memphis lit up the Raptors tonight in Toronto, 138-107. Halftime, Golden State by 2 over Utah, 58-56. Halftime, Denver and New Orleans tied at 68. Oklahoma City 37-33 over Phoenix. Phoenix obviously could not move Bradley Beal's contract, and that was a major holdup. And again, he has a no-trade contract, and if he doesn't want to get traded, he doesn't have to get traded, because that was agreed upon by both sides, by management along with the players. And so that's what's going on. Orlando just underway with early action, and the Kings are starting Zach LaVine along with DeRozan, Keegan Murray, Sabonis, and Monk. And so we wish Zach well, but we turn the page, and we're about Bulls basketball.
After review, it's been deemed McDaniels made a legal play on the basketball. Therefore, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Wow. Okay.
While it could not be determined who touched the ball last, we will have a jump ball at the nearest restraining circle between Buzelitz and McDaniels.
Well, that is, of course, disagreeing with that call, but it sure appeared that Bazelis got hit in the midsection. Now Bazelis talking with McDaniels, and they're having somewhat of a conversation with both players smiling. But make no mistake about it, Jaden McDaniels can flat out hoop. 12.7 rebounds, 2 assists. But he does so many things defensively away from the ball. And the tip controlled by the Bulls. Dosumu took it away from McDaniels. He goes to Bazelis. Cross court to Giddey. Wide open left side. 3. Got it. 115-102 with 4:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. Gobert with a handoff to Alexander Walker. Negotiating on the right sideline is Edwards. Double on the ball. And the ball bounced off Edwards or Dosumu. And it goes out of bounds on the right sideline. Edwards saying that he wants a foul on Dosumu. And he continues to have issues with Evan Scott. And we're going to have a stoppage in play here. Are we going to have a challenge, or are we going to have just a timeout? And we're going to have a challenge by Billy Donovan. And Billy Donovan is at midcourt.
Ruling on the floor is Minnesota basketball. Chicago's challenging the ruling.
All right. So while they sort things out, let's take a break. 670 the score in the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Billy Donovan here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
All right, while we were away, they have called a foul on Ayo Dosumu, putting Anthony Edwards, who pleaded his case, and he's pretty good in the courtroom, and he won that one. So Anthony Edwards goes 12 of 12 from the line. He's got 44, 7 and 3. We have 4:36 to go, so it's conceivable that he could get a 50 bag tonight against the Bulls. As Edwards at the line takes 2 bounces, the release, it's up and good. He's got 45. Career high is 53. Anthony Edwards has played 33 minutes. He's 13 of 24 from the field. Another free throw up and good. He's made 6 threes in 14 attempts. He's 14 of 14 from the stripe with 46. 117-102, Bulls down by 15. Vooch in the left corner against Gobert with a send-out near the midcourt line. Kobe brings it down, crossing over. Works on McDaniels, top of the key. Off of the ball, he retains, driving left angle, finding Vooch, left corner, 3 ball, no, pulled down by Anthony Edwards. Edwards with 46 points, 8 boards, 3 dimes. Edwards covered by Ayo Dosumu, 35 feet away, just past the Minnesota logo, sprays out to the left, turns corner, baseline left on Bazelis with a reverse no, brought down and dunked by Gobert. 119-102 Minnesota over the timeline. Giddey dribble drive behind the back pass to Vooch. Vooch on a pump. Vooch on a drive. Vooch with a pull-up. Foul line, 15-footer. Got it. So Nikola Vucevic now in 29 minutes. He's got a double-double. His 33rd. 10 points, 11 rebounds. 119-104 Minnesota. With 3.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Again, the Bulls get a couple of days off. Get ready for Golden State on Saturday. Left corner McDaniels. And they're going to wave off that hoop because we had a foul as Edwards was probing inside before the pass and he gets fouled. So Anthony Edwards, 14 of 14 at the line. He's taken 14 of Minnesota's 22 free throws. The Bulls have taken 18 free throws. And the Bulls, of course, last in the NBA in that department, large part because they're second in the NBA in taking threes with 43. And Anthony Edwards with 2 free throws. He's got now 16 of 16, and he's 2 points shy of 50 points. 121-104 Minnesota. Here's Aldo Sumu. Dribble drive. Nice block by Clark, Minnesota. On the runway, Anthony Edwards. Bank shot, no. Put back, no. Bob McDaniels cleared by the Bulls. Over the timeline, Giddey. Josh Giddey with a lead pass. Left elbow. And it's Kobe. Kobe against Clark. And they go to Giddey sideline left, about 40 feet away. Giddey between the legs dribble with the spin off a high screen from Vooch. Giddey dribble drive. Giddey in the paint. Giddey with the turnaround 3-footer good. Josh Giddey now with 19. 121-106 with 2:45 to play. All eyes on Anthony Edwards with 48. And you know he wants 50. Anthony Edwards at the top. Turns the corner. Left angle to the rim. No. Put back by Gobert and a foul. And this crowd really into it because the 48 points is on the scoreboard here in Minneapolis with the starters and the players in the game. And it says 4-8. Minnesota is leading by 15 with 2:29 to go. So Gobert at the line, Rudy Gobert, 31 minutes with 10 points, 15 rebounds. And it is up and short. Our play of the game sponsored by Tullamore. When it's game time, it's Telly time. And, we got to go with Anthony Edwards, to be honest with you. I mean, he has played a magnificent, magnificent game. 48, 8, and 3 in 35 minutes. Gobert takes another deep breath at the line with 2:29 to play. And Gobert's free throw, no. Rebound, Anthony Edwards. And the handoff to Clark. They go back to Edwards against Aldo Sumu and Giddey. Anthony Edwards splits the defense, and he is fouled. And he is going to go to the line, shooting 2. And this crowd on their feet. They want to see Anthony Edwards in front of 18,978, a sellout. They want to see Anthony Edwards get 50 for the second time this season. Chance of MVP. The first of 2 up, rimming out. It popped out. His first miss in 17 attempts. Oh, my goodness. 121-106, 2:21 to go, Minnesota. Edwards again at the line. It is up and good. He's got 49. Williams, Dosumu, Bezelis, Carter, Phillips on the floor for Billy Donovan's ball club. Dosumu, left elbow, lines up, 3-ball, rimming out. Rebound McDaniels, and they go to Anthony Edwards. This crowd on their feet. They want to see Edwards get the 50 bag. Line to the lane. Edwards to the rack. Short. Offensive rebound, Clark. Every player on Minnesota has given up the rock to Edwards. Edwards, Nasri, near corner. Nikhil, Alexander Walker for 3. 125-106, Minnesota. Alexander Walker now with 12. Bulls ball. Bezelis on the left wing, on the edge against Reed. Comes up shooting, rainbow 3. No. Rebound, Minnesota. And we're going to do it again, folks. You know Edwards is going to get the rock. 90 seconds left. Left forecourt. Alexander Walker. They go to Nas Reed. To Anthony Edwards. Edwards to the rim. Baseline right. To the rack. And he traveled. No basket. And that was the right call, by the way. The whistle came late, but he did travel. He shuffled his pivot foot. Crowd doesn't like it. But the officials have a job to do no matter the score, no matter the time. Here's a left side 3 by Williams. No. Rebounded by Bezelis to the rim, and he gets fouled. Want to remind you, you can join the Bulls Kid Nation Kids Club, presented by BMO. All-Star members receive a new membership and get in on the fun this season at bulls.com/KidNation. Want to thank Robbie Triano, Sean Sears at our studios, making sure we get all these reads because my main man, Bill Wennington, on assignment tonight. Bezelis makes the free throw. Bezelis in 28 minutes, 5 of 6 in his first NBA start, 13 points, 4 of 10 from the field. He has missed all 4 of his threes, 5 of 6 at the line. Bezelis, it is up. Got it. So Bezelis now with 14. We have 70 seconds left here. Fourth quarter, 125-108. Edwards going to get a touch. Yep. In the middle of the floor in left full court. About 40 feet away. Left-hand dribble drive against Osumu. To the rim, got stripped. Turned it over. And Bezelis got tripped in backcourt. He went to the floor. Clark got him. And Bezelis slow getting up. And now he's being assisted up by Phillips and Williams. He's walking it off. He got banged up a little bit. He's going to be walking to the foul line. 59 seconds to go. And Minnesota has seen enough. And they've given Anthony Edwards every opportunity to get 50. And a missed free throw, missed hoops, and subs are coming in. Well, he still played a whale of a ball game. 17 of 18 from the line. He had 48. He missed his first free throw of the night. Bezelis no good at the foul line. So Leonard Miller is coming on. His brother Emmanuel is a two-way player for the Bulls. And in fact, he is here tonight. From the Toronto area, 125-108, Minnesota, 59 seconds to go. Bezelis' second attempt, rimmed out, went 0 for 2 from the line. So we have 55 seconds to go. Bulls going to probably take about 90 minutes or so, get ready for a flight back to Chicago. Terrence Shannon out of Illinois on the floor, got stripped, picked up by Phillips, throws the ball. Williams tracks it down in backcourt, advances right forecourt. Dosunmu in a flyby, gives it up to Williams. Clean look, right side three, banged off the iron and out. Rebound, Minnesota. 125-108. We're down to the final 26 seconds. Dillingham inside, and the layup is up and good. Nice job by Leonard Miller with a layup. We're down to the final 17 seconds, 127-108. Here's Patrick Williams just going to dribble it out. And Minnesota has about, I would say, 1/10 of a second. And then the clock just expires. And this ball game is not over yet. Not over yet. There's 1/10 of a second. The two benches are already headed respectively to locker room. But the official saying you just got to put it in play, and that's the ball game. Ball game over. Minnesota wins it 127-108. We'll recap the game in a moment on 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way.
This has been a presentation of Chicago Bulls basketball in 670 The Score on the Bulls Radio Network. Brought to you by Bosch Power Tools, Great Clips, Circa Resort and Casino, Northern Illinois Food Bank, Marquette Bank, Loyola Medicine, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11, and Remy Martin. Get everything Bulls basketball anytime. The latest news, stats, video highlights, and more at 670thescore.com. And remember to listen to every Chicago Bulls game right here on 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home of the Bulls. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
O'Reilly! You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Welcome to the Chicago Bulls postgame show on 670 The Score on the Bulls Radio Network. Brought to you by Bosch Power Tools, Great Clips, Circa Resort and Casino, Marquette Bank, Loyola Medicine, Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11, and Remy Martin. Here's Chuck Swirsky.
All right, the Minnesota Timberwolves outscore the Bulls in the fourth quarter as the Bulls simply ran out of gas. T-Wolves outscore the Bulls 33-18 in the fourth quarter and run away with a 127-108 victory. But in this ball game, if you joined us just a few moments ago or perhaps just tooling around the city and just happened to hit the dial to 670 The Score, one of our network stations, the Bulls found themselves down early. They trailed by 21 points. And they battled back, once led by 5 before Anthony Edwards, a one-man gang, was absolutely brilliant. But a couple of stats, I'm sure Alyssa's going to talk about this at our postgame show. Rebounding, 59-34 in favor of Minnesota. I repeat, 59-34 on the offensive glass, 23-6. So for the Bulls, Ayo Dosunmu with 11 points. Metis Buzelis making his first NBA start in 29 minutes with a 14.5 rebound, 1 assist game. Had a couple of steals, 3 blocked shots. The Vooch with another double-double of 10 and 11. And for Nikola Vucevic, he is just getting it done with double-doubles galore. Now 6 out of his last 7. He's got 33 on the year. Kobe White in 31 minutes with 20 points. And for Kobe, that's his 4th straight 20-point ball game. And Josh Giddey in 32 minutes with a 19-point, 4-board, 4-assist game and 1 steal. Off the bench, Patrick Williams with 8, Javon Carter with 10, Julian Phillips with 2, and Jalen Smith with 14 points and 5 rebounds. The Bulls shot 48%, 33% from 3, 16 of 22 from the foul line. They had 25 assists and 11 turnovers on the night. They also came up with 9 steals in the ball game. For Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels had a 12-8 game. Naz Reid with 22 points, 10 boards, 6 assists. Rudy Gobert with a double-double of 10 points and 15 rebounds. That's his 22nd double-double on the year. Mike Conley with 8 points, 9 assists. Anthony Edwards in 37 minutes, 49 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block and 1 steal. He went 17 of 18 from the foul line. Alexander Walker with 12, Clark with 5, Dillingham with 3. We had Garza with 4 and 2 for Miller. Minnesota shot 42% from the field and from three, 82% from the foul line, 11 turnovers, and they had 27 assists. But again, the rebounding totals just too much for the Bulls on the glass, 59-34. So up next for the Bulls, Saturday at the United Center against Steph Curry and maybe, just maybe, Jimmy Butler, who was traded tonight by Miami to Golden State in a multi-team deal. Andrew Wiggins headed to the Heat. And so we'll be on the air 6:45. Want to thank all the five folks for putting this on. Grant Wegstern here in Minneapolis and back in our 670 The Score studios, Robbie Triano and Sean Sears. Listen, we'll have post-game coverage. Bill Whittington on assignment. Hope to see Bill on Saturday at the United Center. This is Chuck Swirsky, always a pleasure, right here on 670 The Score and the Bulls Basketball Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Oh, my goodness, I was sick.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Haya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Haya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Haya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Haya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hayahealth.com/no sugar. Go to HIYAhealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
And then the clock just expires. And this ball game is not over yet. Not over yet. There's 1/10 of a second. The 2 benches are already headed respectively to locker room. But the officials saying you just got to put it in play, and that's the ball game. Ball game over. Minnesota wins it 127-108.
Chuck is always so optimistic, as it was definitely over at that point. Well, a slow start in Minnesota for the visiting Chicago Bulls, who are playing on the second leg of a back-to-back. The Bulls were down by as many as 21 points in the opening quarter, not looking too good there. But Kobe White, he gets things rolling. He put in 11 points to cut the deficit to 9 entering the second quarter. The Bulls then erased that 21-point deficit. Josh Giddey gives the Bulls the lead in that second frame, and Giddey now becomes just the third player to reach 500 points, 300 rebounds, and 300 assists this season. The Bulls then go on to trail by only 2 entering the half against the Timberwolves, who sit 7th in the Western Conference. Third quarter now, with 4:06 remaining, Javon Carter drains a 3, giving the Bulls the lead then. But Anthony Edwards, he is lethal. He scored 11 points in the span of a minute and 20 seconds in that third quarter, 16 of his 39 points coming in the third quarter. And Anthony Edwards, the Ant-Man, he didn't stop there. He was unstoppable tonight with 49 points over the Chicago Bulls, and Timberwolves outscore the Bulls 33-18 in that final frame. And with that, Minnesota wins it by 19. Final score 127-108 at Target Center. The Timberwolves won game 1 in Chicago back on November the 7th by 16 points. So game 2 goes the way of Minnesota again as they win the season series 2-0. Well, welcome into 670 The Score. I'm Alyssa Bergamini in the downtown Chicago studios. Bill Wennington is on assignment. Yes, he has a wealth of knowledge, but he will be back Saturday as the Bulls host the Golden State Warriors. And with the loss tonight for Chicago, they now drop to 22-30 on the season, which makes them 8 games below 500. The Bulls are 12-14 on the road. And for Minnesota, they improved to 28-23 and 13-12 in Minnesota at Target Center. Some highlights for the Bulls. Modest Bucelis, he joined the Bulls as a starter for the first time tonight in his young NBA career. Here was the storyline, the highlight reel last night as Modest Bucelis out of Hinsdale. He dropped a career high 24 points. He didn't miss a shot last night. Tonight, Modest, he did good again. He was in double figures. Now his 5th consecutive game in double digits, 14 points tonight for Modest, but he did go 0-4 from beyond the arc. But as I mentioned, it was really Anthony Edwards and his show tonight in Minnesota. His 5th career game with 45 or more points, and tonight pouring in 49 points over the Chicago Bulls. And Minnesota also took advantage of the Bulls off the glass. 23 offensive rebounds that led to 35 points as Minnesota grabbed 59 rebounds as well. Bulls with only 34 boards. And the Bulls committed 11 turnovers that led to 14 points for Minnesota and 16 second chance opportunities. More to come on the final scoreboard as well as the team stats. But for now, that is a game breakdown sponsored by Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Let's take a final look at the courtside odds. Because, hey, sometimes the Bulls do lose, but sometimes you win some money, such as tonight. Well, Bulls were coming off that statement win at home last night. They were really looking to keep that win streak alive, but it was Minnesota with the mojo. And you know who also thought that as well? Vegas. Because Circa Sports Illinois listed the Bulls as the heavy 11.5 point away underdogs to the Timberwolves. The Bulls, they do not cover. They lose by 19 points. They drop now to 2-7 against the spread when on the second leg of a back-to-back, such as they were tonight. And Minnesota, on the other hand, they improved to 7-4 straight up over their last 11 games. They covered as the 9.5 point favorites in meeting number 1. That was back in November against the Bulls. And tonight they cover again as the heavy favorites, winning by 19 points. Over under, well, that was set at 226.5 prior to tip off. And the over definitely trends between these two teams when they face off against one another. The over is now cashed in 9 out of the last 11 matchups between the Bulls and the T-Wolves. The over cashed in game number 1. And guess what? It is the over again tonight with a total of 235. Let's look at the player props, and let's start with the Bulls. Modest Bucelis, I went with him last night, so I had to stick to what I know and what wins us some money. Modest Bucelis, he joined the starting lineup for the first time in his young NBA career. He had 14 points tonight, and I was tracking the rookies over 11.5 points. I was priced at minus 135, so the over there for Modest Bucelis easily cashes out. And for the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert, he has now grabbed at least 12 boards in 4 out of his last 7 games. I was tracking his over 11.5 rebounds. That was priced at minus 120. Well, Gobert led in rebounds for Minnesota, pulled down 15. So it is the over there as well. So 3 for 3. Hopefully you listened to my pregame picks, but of course I will have more throughout the duration of the season. And that's a final look at tonight's courtside odds presented by Circa Sports Illinois. Download the Circa Sports Illinois app today. Well, on the other side, lots more to break down. Lots more on the final box score, plus an abundance of news around the NBA. Simply no shortage of entertainment over these past few games, including some news about Lonzo Ball and his future with the Chicago Bulls. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. I'm Alyssa Bergamini, and you are listening to 670 The Score in the Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Ayo DeSumo here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
It's the new year. Time to make a positive change in your life.
I went to My Computer Career because I needed job security.
Because I wanted a career in cybersecurity.
I went to My Computer Career because IT jobs are everywhere.
My old job was going nowhere.
I went because I didn't want college loans for the rest of my life. Because I wanted a career for the rest of my life.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid available for qualified students, including the GI Bill. 529 college savings plans accepted. Not available in Washington State.
Hey, football fans, it's Patrick Peterson, former three-time All-Pro NFL cornerback, and now the new host of First and Pod, the podcast that breaks down every game, every week, with new episodes dropping every Monday and Friday mornings. Plus, I'll be highlighting key matchups for DBs around the league on Patrick's Corner. Be sure to subscribe to First and Pod on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Conley on a switch, and they're going to go Bear to the rim. Shot rejected. Bazelis was right there. Mattis Bazelis with 2 blocks tonight.
Man, Mattis Bucelis just has been so phenomenal to watch in his rookie campaign. And Bucelis out of Hinsdale, Illinois, he earned his first NBA start tonight. He was impeccable last night off the bench with 24 points and 4 triples. And tonight, Mattis Bucelis with 14 points. He did shoot 0 of 4 from beyond the arc, pulled down 5 rebounds. And this was his 5th consecutive game scoring in double figures. He now has a 5-game streak of 10 or more points. It is the longest such streak for a Bulls rookie since the 2020-2021 season. And that was from Patrick Williams. And Mattis getting it done on both sides of the ball. Defensively, he added 3 blocks and 2 steals through 29 minutes. So that is why he is the Get Covered Illinois Defensive Player of the Game, going to Mattis Bucelis. The Illinois Department of Insurance reminds you that special enrollment is now opened. And unfortunately, it was Minnesota who took advantage of their home court, and they beat the Bulls by 19 points with a final score of 127 to 108. Minnesota, they win the season series over the Bulls 2-0. And the Bulls now drop to 22-30 on the season and 12-14 on the road. And really what hurt the Bulls too was second chance points for Minnesota. They had 13 and they grabbed 23 offensive rebounds. Let's take a final look at the final box score. And let's start with the visiting Chicago Bulls. Ayo DeSumo, he had 11 points, 4 assists, 1 of 5 from 3, 2 steals as well. Mattis Bucelis, as I just brought up, his first NBA career start, 14 points, 5 boards, an assist, 3 blocks, and 2 steals. The Vooch, Nikola Vucevic, his 191st double-double as a Chicago Bull, his 4th in franchise history. The Vooch, he pulled down 11 rebounds, added 10 points, 4 assists, a steal, but scoreless from beyond the arc. Kobe White had 11 points going in the opening quarter, 20 total. He was a perfect 6 of 6 from the charity stripe, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Josh Giddey, he becomes just the 3rd player to reach 500 points, 300 rebounds and 300 assists just this season. Josh Giddey in his first stint with Chicago tonight, 19 points, 3 of 5 from 3, 4 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. And off the bench for Chicago, they had 34 bench points. Patrick Williams chipped in 8 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, a block, and 2 steals. Javon Carter, he added 10 points. Julian Phillips followed with 2 points through 17 minutes off the bench. But Jalen Smith was the spark off the bench for Chicago. He had 12 points going in the first half. He finished with 14 total through 15 minutes. And Lonzo Ball, who did not play tonight because of the game being the second leg of a back-to-back and still dealing with that rest advantage, it was announced that the Bulls reportedly are finalizing a 2-year, $20 million extension with Lonzo Ball. So that coming during the point of the game today, probably around halftime. So we'll see if that is some news that the Bulls will either tweet out or email out so we can finalize that deal. Now let's go to the home Minnesota Timberwolves. Jaden McDaniels, 12 points, 8 boards, 2 assists, and a block. Naz Reid, second leading scorer with 22 points, 10 rebounds for a double-double, 6 assists, and 4 triples. Rudy Gobert, 15 boards, 10 points for a double-double. And Anthony Edwards, he had it going early on, 19 through the half, 39 through 3 quarters, but he poured in 49 points over the Bulls, 17 of 18 from the charity stripe. Anthony Edwards shot 6 of 14 from beyond the arc, 9 boards, 3 assists, a block, and a steal. And Mike Conley, he chipped in 8 points, 5 boards, and 9 assists. And again, for the Timberwolves, they went 20 of 47 from beyond the arc at 42.6%. They had a 21-point lead that the Bulls did wash away, but they outscored the Bulls 33-18 in that final frame, capturing the win. The final box scores are sponsored by McGrath City Honda and McGrath Acura of Westmont. When you do the math, you'll choose McGrath. Well, on the other side, lots of moving parts in the NBA with the trade deadline being tomorrow. So we will also talk about the heavy slate in the NBA. Some of those players already made their debut with their new team. Plus, we expect to hear from head coach Billy Donovan at the mic. Don't go anywhere. I'm Alyssa Bergamini. You're listening to 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ball game over. Bulls win. It's time to dance.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards, where every bet you place brings you closer to perks only Caesars can offer. Download the app using promo code Radio1000 and place your first bet today. If you win, great. If not, you'll get it back as a bonus bet up to $1,059 for Super Bowl 59. Open to new users in Illinois who are 21 or older. First bet after registration must qualify. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned as a bonus bet. Bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, our attic is dusty.
Sweetie, it's our Zen den now.
Okay, let's chant. Yeah.
Oh man, how did he miss that kick? Okay, how long have you been watching the game? Only since kickoff, so not that long if you think about it.
AT&T Fiber with All-Fi covers your whole house, even from your attic Zen den. Get AT&T Fiber with All-Fi and live like a gagillionaire.
Limited availability. Coverage may require AT&T Wi-Fi extenders at additional charge.
At Grand Canyon University, we believe in equal opportunity, and the American dream starts with purpose. By honoring your sacred vocation of education, you impact your family, your friends, and your community. From teaching pre-K through 12th grade students to educational administration, GCU's online bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree programs can help you reach your goals. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu. Initial teacher licensure programs are not available in Kentucky.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times